Hello and good evening.
Hello, everybody. It's our special episode on the Silver Record, everybody's favorite book in Werewolf the Apocalypse that no one has actually read. We've got a dream team.
Yes.
For this episode, we had the Holy Grail of Werewolf the Apocalypse and World Darkness writers in general. We had Bill Bridges, Phil Brucato, and Ethan Skimp work on this book, which are the three people who carried Werewolf the Apocalypse and part of, Mage the Ascension. Phil Brucato is a pretty important name to Mage players. We got a Mage player on the call with us right now.
Yeah.
We're here. We got Kyle. We got Ryan. We've got Storyteller, and we've got our special guest Ben Shapiro with us too.
Yes, thank you all for having me on today. So evidently they hired me on today to do some narrating for this Werewolf the Apocalypse. Like, I never played D&D. I never had that kind of time when I was going through law school. So, but they explained to me that there was this whole interesting mythology about it that sort of reflected some of the talking points that I had.
Now have this picture on screen where you're doing the Ben Shapiro voice.
You can't do that.
No.
That is awful. I hate that. That's what we're looking at, just so y'all know.
I'm just looking at Alvin and Chipmunk's cringe until we get started on this.
Why does he look like fucking... is that Sora from Kingdom Hearts? Is that what that is?
No, that's Roxas.
It's Roxas.
Wait, where's Roxas from?
The second game.
Oh, okay. I've never played Kingdom Hearts, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, that's another game for your stream.
Dog, I'm not gonna... That game's like 120 hours.
It's...
You got this.
Yeah.
I don't have
Also,
that... No, first things first, I'm gonna stream Jack X Combat Racing, because that game is goated.
If you hipster, you play games that nobody else does. If it's mainstream, you hate it. Yes, we're sending another Alvin and Chipmunk's picture if we don't get started.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
All right.
Looking at this book. So you thought this book was going to be Kino? It's not. It's not as interesting as I thought it was going to be. You would think with a book called The Silver Record that it would be... I thought this book was going to be like the Book of Nod with Vampire, where this was going to be a de facto clear-cut, this is how the ancient history happened. That's what I thought this was going to be, because that's what the Book of Nod is. And the Book of Nod has a lot of very cool pictures in it, and it gives you the story as it's told by the Nodist, for a book that, for the most part, in universe, has not been changed. And I thought that was going to be the case with the Silver Record. It's not. It's not. It's not a look into the real history of the Garo Nation. In fact, it's not even historical to begin with. It's just a moot. It's just a moot, and that's all this really covers. And then it goes over the glyphs.
It's a moot. It's just like a collection of short stories and poems.
In case you don't know what to do at your moots in your games, you just go to the Silver Record and you just say, here's the poems, here's the songs, here's the stories your Galliard player can tell. If your Galliard has no imagination and no motivation and no real business plan a Galliard to begin with.
So, Ryan, what was your pun?
Wait a second. How'd you know it was a pun?
Because it's you, Ryan.
I was going to say, I guess you could call it a moot point.
God damn it.
It is. We were playing in Melissa's Werewolf game yesterday, and all Ryan did the entire game was make bad puns. And I was thinking to myself, Ryan, you try and embarrass me here?
You mean good puns?
We got our foot in the door. You're in my posse, and you're trying to make an ass of me this entire game.
Yes, obviously.
I want you to know all those puns were out of character.
It was all in character too. To your character, Darius, life's just a joke.
No,
it's all.
I think it'd be more appropriate if all those puns were grim, and that's like the only sense of humor he has is puns.
He read a big book of jokes, but it's for kids who are 5 years old.
Well, it's because he's a lupine. It was the only thing he could read.
Yeah. He's the strongest werewolf in the Garo Nation. He's got the Lexhouse score of a 5-year-old.
Remember, he needs glasses to read.
That is true, which Tyler was making fun of him for that because he's a dick.
So going into this, Kyle, we're introduced to our narrator and is given the glorious name of Brian.
Yes. Brian,
That's his name.
aka Worm Fights Last or something, or Worm Leaves Last.
Worm
or something.
Takes Last.
Worm Takes Last.
Hi,
I'm Brian Griffin, also known as Worm Takes
you
Last.
son of a bitch.
He stole your thunder.
It's one. If it's just like a werewolf character and his name is Brian, I'm just saying like a wolf version of Brian Griffin, and that's it.
Yep.
And he's not even a Galliard. He's a Philodox.
Yeah, which I think is funny, but again, I think they make a point of that in the book, where that's like part of the end times is like, this is technically a Galliard's job, but I'm also A, not a Galliard, and B, the youngest lore keeper that's ever held the silver record.
What he actually is the litigation werewolf, not the record keeper werewolf. But he got the job anyway.
I assume that's why you wanted me on for this video, is just to play Brian the lore keeper.
It is. If you were a Native American, you'd be sued because your people sue each other a lot.
Brian, move over. We have a new king of the puns. And his are actually bad. Yours are funny, Ryan. You need to come up with some less funny puns to beat this motherfucker.
It's okay. I pulled out my greatest pun that I've ever made.
Yes.
So we're going into this and saying, we've wrote down the entire transcript of a bunch of songs and poems, and we put on the hide of a dead Black Sparrow dancer. Now you might be thinking with your simple human brain, isn't that a little fucked up? And we say as Girl Nation, we don't care.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
did anyway.
That's probably one of the more tame things that they've done. Like, I kind of want to read this verbatim because it's really funny. Well, yes, as a matter of fact, it is skin. Black spiral hide, to be precise. Tanned with blood, piss, and clear water, and purified by a host of secret rites until the worm taint has been washed away.
I think Brian's been hanging around the verbena for a little too long.
Yes.
That is a verbena mood now, isn't it?
That 100% is, but hey, there was a mage writer on this book, so that doesn't surprise me.
It goes to show that the verbena might as well just be absorbed into Girl Nation by this point. It's just like the Dream Speakers. That would be the only thing that could save the verbena in my mind.
Probably wouldn't that just meld them with the Dream Speakers at that point?
The Dream Speakers, you separate the two because the Dream Speakers care about only the Umbra, and the verbena could not give less of a shit about the Umbra.
The actual plant life rather than like what's going on in the Umbra.
Their goal of ascension is that I'm going to turn myself into a tree, and then that tree kills people.
That's
terrible.
Grandmother Willow from Pocahontas is basically their whole deal.
Yes.
Yeah,
or Treebeard from Lord of the Rings.
That's a little too cool. This is the verbena we're talking about here.
Oh, you'll never guess what I named the bearded tree fellow. I watched through that earlier today of Tolkien coming up with names, and it's still the funniest shit.
It sure took him a long time to think of some of these, didn't they?
I say, I must come up with a name for this fellow that must not be trusted. Yes, Dreamer Wormtown.
C.S. Lewis, I put you in my book and you're a tree in my book.
I really like C.S. Lewis. Anyhow, yes. So, big book of stories written on a hide of a black spiral.
And he's saying, why was I given this job? What makes this family? What was Brian, I don't care what you're saying because none of it goes anywhere.
I was reading through this book. I'm like, okay, when do we get to the moot?
This character only exists in this book. He's not a lore character. Now, if this was Evan Heals the Past talking to us about this, that would be a little bit more impressive.
Yes.
Because that's a major character in the novels. Or if this was Mary Cabra telling the story. Or even Jonas Albrecht telling us the story, and there's actually a reason for it to be called The Silver Record. But no, it's just Brian.
Well, I mean, Albrecht is mentioned in one of the records near the end of the lore.
He is, because he's the main character of Werewolf the Apocalypse by this point.
Doesn't he suck, though?
No, he does a good job. His granddad is a monster, though.
Gotcha. Okay, that's where I was getting thrown off.
Jacob Morningkill, where the Black Sparrow Dancers thought they were destroying the Girl Nation when they assassinated him. No, they saved the nation doing that.
Yep. They're like, yeah, all right, we killed their big guy, the Silver Fang, who was, crazy and killing shit. And they're like, hey, guys, they're regrouping. Wait, what? They're regrouping. They reformed their leadership. Fuck, we helped them, didn't they?
the way to take down the Guru Nation is that you treat it like it's Trump. If you go after it, it gets stronger and bites back against you. What you want to do is just take your hands off, leave it alone. It will destroy itself.
Well, that kind of goes against the nature.
Lifestyle
They have to
Dancers,
destroy
much like-
shit.
The BSDs, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the BSDs. You don't really see the BSDs just going out guns blazing anymore. They do more insidious tactics now.
Yep.
And that's how they succeed. Where you have groups like Generation Hex, where it says, "Let's teach children how to be dicks to each other," and that's the plan.
That's kind of redundant. Kids are already dicks to each other.
Children should
Kids
be
are cruel,
excellent
Jack,
to
and
each
I'm
other.
very in touch with my inner child.
God, Jesus Christ.
Black spiral dancers are learning shit from the kids. Little Timmy, that's kind of messed up.
Should we just go ahead and do? Should I just phone it in for our next Chronicle and just do Metal Gear Rising, but Werewolf?
That would be honestly kind of hilarious, though. Dibs on Senator Armstrong.
Phone it in.
Just
See
have
what
a
else we got
glass
here.
walker. That's an excellent point, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is I made it the fuck up.
Kyle, what words rhyme with darkness?
Park this.
We got our first song in this book. It's called The Invocation. And it's sung to you by Wendigo. And the lyrics are, ho, 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 hey, ya, hoya, hey, ya, hoya, hey, ya, hoya. This is the silver record, Worm takes lost. These are people that he has tossed. This is the memory of the wolves in darkness. This is the song we will write so our paper's not covered in blankness. We are, blessed are we who live in grace. Blessed are we who live in the sun's face. Blessed are we who are born in earth's grace. We're the changers, the warrior's blood. Saints several howls in the dirt or the mud. We're the people who are soon going to sing a song about the moon. New moon for creation, crescent for growth, half moon for kindness, gibbous for sacrifice, full moon for valor, eclipse for shame, and bright moon again for the song that will not be lame. Let my song bear ages, let my voice fill the pages. I am the keeper of twilight, and the bearer of truth's light. Hey-ya, hoya, hey-ya, hoya. This is the lore of the people and the record of blood. That's definitely how the song goes.
Damn, you were phoning that in. Shit.
How many times are we going to use that in our chronicles?
Quite a.
Once, if at all.
Well, no, not in the Chronicles, but in this book, they got a lot of songs in here.
And you gotta love it. And all of them are sung by the Wendigo. And that's what told me that this book wasn't going to be what I thought it was going to be. Because, like I said before, it was going to be the Book of Nod, where I was going to say, hey, maybe this book is going to be the first ever moot, back when they were the one tribe. And this is them talking about the Concord, and we're going to see the Children of Gaia and Fianna form as tribes in this book. Wouldn't that have been awesome?
It would have been
have
nice. I mean, they're literally, the Fianna are known for being bards and lore keepers, and they don't do anything with it.
And we have a Fianna be the one that narrates this.
Yeah, I could do it. I mean, sure, I'm a tard, but whatever.
Yeah, instead of Brian telling us the story.
But Brian's an Irish name.
And then we got going on
Call him O'Brien from here on out.
where we got a song by the Wendigo. It's a bunch of hey oh way oh way oh way oh, a lot of chanting like that. And then it's occasionally broken up with a verse, which is only in 2 sentences. And then it goes into I am loneliness, barrenness and void. 3 stones I grow inside myself. 3 eggs, 3 glowing clods. I reach inside, drown them out, and toss them into emptiness void where the song does not rhyme, and I've already lost interest in what I'm reading.
I should get like a pair of fucking bongos and just...
Yeah, it's like, we should have smoked a joint before we record this episode.
Dude.
We get some Sublime playing in the background.
I go upstairs,
I
get my
wish.
guitar, I'll start playing Santeria.
Let's see. Was that band a one-hit wonder? Did they have any other songs?
What I've got was another one. I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but like Santeria and What I've Got are the 2 main ones. But there are some like hardcore Sublime fans out there.
And they have Smoked 2 Joints, and that's the only other song by them I know.
Yeah.
Which is about what exactly you think it is.
Sublime is just I wouldn't even call them stoner rock, even though a lot of their songs are about, getting high. They're not really a stoner rock band like Sleep or Clutch or Dope Throne or anything like that. Or no, that's Electric Wizard. Dope Throne's the name of the album. But
Let's for everyone listening to us right now, please pause the video and smoke a joint before continuing. Let's see what we
Please
got.
consult your local medicinal vendor. To
You
ensure
should
this.
do drugs and smoke
consult your
them and
nearest
inject
medicinal
them
fentanyl.
and snort them and insert them rectally in order to get the best effect.
And you got to go ahead and legalize it and take it off a drug test already. And then we got into our next song called The Three. The
we need to
flowers
keep
open
doing
before
all
the
these
dawn.
songs, Johnny.
We gotta get all through all the. No, I'll speed read it. Don't worry. The flowers opened before the dawn. Petals spread in silent song. One became the green. One turned into the tree. One brings the tree low, decays it, and makes new life from the old. The tree is eternal, and the three are the tree.
Johnny,
I
if,
paraphrased with it,
if
but
you
yeah.
told people to stop and smoke, that's not really a way to do a soothing voice for all of the high people in the audience.
We're trying to get through all the bullshit before, so we can get to the interesting
Then skip
stuff.
the bullshit.
All right. Do you tell me you want me to sing the first light, which actually does rhyme?
I could do that if you want.
Let's see if we can get our epic '90s rap going for this part.
You got it.
No, keep it going. Here, let me see if I can. Let me see.
Come
Oh wait,
come
no,
on,
we can't do that. That's copyrighted. We can't have it.
Whoops.
All good.
In trouble.
Yes. Come on, MC Clutch, show us what you got.
It's MC Clutch.
MC Clutch, so, little Poopsie, show us what you got.
Cold with the world and eons at home when time was slow to unfold. Quicker it became and faster it moved all things. Dancing now in dark delight, ignorant from a lack of sight. Sparking the formless night, over the hill rose a light. Inflaming ether, igniting air, cold fire in every stare. Vision gifted in every being, voices upraised, singing. The sun strode across the heaven, light descended to the deepest glen. At the break of dawn, the dark withdraws. Peace.
And now can we get the mumble rap version?
Oh, okay. Go with the world, in a talk, when the time is up, to a foe, quicker it became, and a faster moving all day.
Does that a little too well.
Crushed up some Xanax in my water before I got started.
The greatest inspiration of modern rap music, Mushmouth from Fat Albert.
It's practice.
Everybody go follow Kyle's SoundCloud.
I do actually have a SoundCloud.
He's got a SoundCloud.
It's got a bunch of like shitty old like rock songs that I put on there. This bunch of shit that I did during COVID when I was bored out of my mind.
Your Bandcamp.
I don't have a Bandcamp though. I should make one. Now I'm thinking of it.
And then next we're back to songs that don't rhyme, like The Trickster's Light, where there is no rhyme scheme, and there is no real structure to the song, and the verses are in whatever length they want to be, and it rhymes night with night, and I think we can skip it.
I know how much you hate that, because I remember I'd sent you a song by King 810 called Black Rifle, and he's like, it rhymed me with me, I'm done.
I'll let us say, Kyle, this is
A
the
light
wackest
sight night light igniting.
this is the wackest rap you sent me.
I don't know. Me personally, I like King 810. I don't care.
It's on JF Garepi's level of rap. Yes, Kyle. That guy has had a quote unquote rap career.
So did Joe Pesci. What's your point? I'm a wise guy.
Well, one of them killed his wife, and the other one didn't.
Well, I mean, sorry, go ahead.
And now we get into the naming. This is what Galliard's called a teaching tale. Our brave children, we're all going to gather around. Today's episode is brought to you by the number 3500. Enjoy the show.
Back in my day, we didn't have talk shows.
Too low.
We sat around and listened to noises. I'm Grandpa.
Is that supposed to be like a reference to like fucking Yoko Ono?
No, that was Abe Simpson. That was Grandpa.
No, him talking about that is like giving just all the fucking noise involved.
No, that was Dan Casanova on the Late Show talking about or doing just like random bits that he came up with.
Hang on a minute. I got something for this bit.
Can I play that? I don't think I can play that.
Yeah, you can play it in the background. It's this guy doesn't claim anything.
What's this? Destiny's number of the day.
Click it.
Hang on.
Click it.
Hey kids,
it.
today's episode of the Kino Casino is brought to you by the
I don't
number
wanna.
17.
Number 17?
Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Is that it? That's the
Yeah.
whole bit?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did you make me click on that?
it's a little open, like the children's show opening before we get into this part.
Okay, let's get on to the fucking... Let's get on to the story.
Now you get the joke. Now you get the joke.
That's terrible. What is he, Dan Snyder? Get the fuck out of here.
He did ask for feet pics too, Kyle.
No.
Today's number of the day is number 17. No.
Today's number of the day
Get
is
outta here.
220. Of the many powers we know, one of them is greater than the others, for all other powers follow in its path. It is called naming, for it is the division of void from... I already fucked this up. It's called naming, for it is the division from void to form that it is the basis of the spirit, which is the basis of the spirit. This is a power that belongs only to Gaia, although others have tried to imitate it many times, but all to terrible effect. Only she can use this power. All other attempts are shadows of her intent. The things of the wild are nameless, masmic in their unshaped chaos and joyful dance, heedless of life, death, or any such concerns. The things that the Weaver are likewise unnamed, but the Weaver has given shape to their raw substance. Gaia takes what these two triad beings have touched and names them for her purpose. In doing so, she makes things of this world, from stones and bones, plants and trees, to wolves and man, and infuses them with the spirit. The worm has the power that is nearly as great, for it is unnaming. It breaks the bonds of spirits and substance and returns them to the things of the formless wild. But the worm is now corrupt. Instead of unnaming, it attempts to name on its own, but only creates misshapen things, for it has not Gaia's wisdom. Many tales are told of the original naming, when Gaia gathered all her creation to her tent to accept the names that she would give every creature. Before this time, all beings were free to take whatever name they desired, and no one could tell them apart for sure, for many wore a mask. And there we are, children. That's your story.
I feel like this goes against Fianna lore a little bit, because...
I feel like this goes against Mage lore.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, like, I remember when we were talking, I think actually no, in Celtic mythology, the reason that Celtic tribes would name all of the trees, all the rivers, all the rocks, all the mountains, was to ward them from evil spirits. That was the whole point of that. And to say that only Gaia would be capable of that kind of flies in the face of Fianna myth.
Part 2, Chapter 2. It is said that the tricksters heeded not the proper decorum and stood in line many times, receiving many names from Gaia and thus allowing them to imitate more powers and shapes of others. Of course, Gaia recognized them right off, but played as if she didn't know who they were, coming around like children begging for more candy. She knew their curiosity would get them into trouble, and that they would need more than one name to escape the wrath of those they tricked. The changing breeds each got 2 names. One is the name of a man, and the other one is the name of a changer. If in doing so, you then say, how is it that those men who are mighty in power are unlike the rest of their kind? What of them? The mages who know their own names, or perhaps that their names know them. This is what gives them power. The leeches have been unnamed, losing a part but not all of their original name. And the fae, their figments given form, fictitious born from dreams. They were not named in Gaia's tent, but in her dreams. As such, they would not always do what she intended, but continue to delight her as the wondrous dream does. And that's the end of the story for real this time.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yes. They go into a news story after that.
Well, then...
So what do we learn from that, children?
That Gaia names things, nobody else can.
In the process of using the naming powers in Mage and Changeling, you're becoming like Gaia, is the implication. And that's the reason why the worm is so intent on killing Gaia, is because if she dies, then everything loses its spirit.
Yeah, and then it can do whatever it wants.
Which doesn't exactly happen, because she does die in Ragnarok, but she's still around.
Yeah, but,
So that's
she's
it.
still there.
Yeah. Ryan, you got an idea? Sounds like he's got an idea. He's got an idea, but he's not sharing it with us.
Are you
My
moving?
He's got-
ideas are not of understanding right now.
Inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
then milk pours over.
Yep.
It's true.
See, and then we go into the old days. Or if you thought this was going to be actually something interesting, you're wrong. Okay, next story. We're not even going over this.
Yeah.
You thought it was actually going to be. You thought it was going to be lore. It's not lore.
It's just a really, really long song.
The
See,
rending of the world.
I would like these songs better if they actually wrote songs and didn't just like write the lyrics.
It feels
Would
like first draft.
Would you rather
doesn't it?
just? Would you rather just have the music sheets?
Actually, yes, because then I could learn to play them.
Yes,
Actually,
I know.
Actually, considering we live in the modern day, we could probably feed these lyrics through an AI generator. See what
We'll give it a Suno AI, and it will make a song for
Yeah.
us.
I feel like that would
Give
go
us some
against
actual
another
use for
Gaia.
this.
Guys,
Well, Gaia is
look
the
up-
wild, the worm, and the weaver, according to the werewolf, so kind of all counts.
What are we
look
looking
for
at?
our next book called "The Musical World of Darkness."
Werewolf.
I
The
should do
Musical
that.
World of Darkness.
The musical world of darkness.
That would kind of go
Well,
hard.
see, musical the singing.
Dumb as
musical
it'd be, it's kind of a dream of mine to write like a Garo concept album. I think it'd be awesome.
Well, what about
It's-
Guru
it's-
Brave play?
The book is nothing but music sheets.
I mean, that would
Make it
still
s-
be cool. Like songs, the
Yeah,
werewolf, the apocalypse.
I can read music. Kyle can read music.
I
I
can
can't.
sort of. It's been a while.
It's been a while. I knew some chorus stuff. Kyle was some band stuff.
Yep. We can make it happen.
I used to play piano, and then I was in a couple of musicals, but I was
Cool.
never read any
Trombone for
music
me.
sheets.
It is. He was going entirely off of ear. Let's see. And shall we go into the rending of the world, where we actually get some lore in this book?
Yes.
Finally. Like what page is this?
This is page.
26.
Yep.
That page. So it takes us a quarter ways through the book before we finally get some lore. Alright. There are a lot of stories telling us about how the world got fucked up. Well, this is the real story. Okay, that's the first paragraph. Once the world was a single land, a plain that stretched from the ends of the sun to the edge of the moon, and covered all places in between. Deep pools and rivers cut through the land, keeping it pure and green, and bottomless oceans surrounded the lands on all sides. In his rage, the worm cracked the shell of the world into many pieces. Some floated off into the sea and sank, others became islands, while the larger pieces became the continents. The skies were filled with thunder, and the dragon split the world apart, and great mountains fell at his command. As at the shores, the seas overflowed their banks and washed across the beaches, drowning all that lived upon them. Jagged shards of the world smashed upwards to the crest, shattering forests and turning them into sand. The very moon and stars shifted their orbits, and the velvet shadow was torn. With a scream like 10,000 souls in pain, the worm shrieked and tore his claws through the world. In their wake, the lands of flesh were split and divided forever. What was once became many, but was once whole became broken. Wept as she might, Mother Gaia could not undo this terrible thing. Luna comforted her, but could not change the deed. So wrought with despair was Gaia that she took over her bed of sorrows, and would not walk among the fields and trees or ocean beds that she once carefully shaped. She was afraid to see the world ruined. Without her presence and caretaking, the world grew ever worse. In the wake of the worm's rampage, rifts, which may have been sealed by Gaia's healing hand, laid rotting open in air. Bleeding stones and cracked rivers could not mend their wounds, and cried for the mother to heal them. This crying only made the Gaia weep more, and sapped her strength such that she could no longer rise. Luna saw this and took her head, her pity long since dried up. Shook her head. What the fuck was I saying? She set to work in Gaia's place, going where she could and spreading her luminous radiance to all quarters. But while she could go where Helios refused, her light was dimmer than his, and could not reveal the damage that the worm had wrought. She needed helpers in her task. She first went to the bear changers, but they were asleep, healing the grievous wounds they had suffered defending the land of the worm. She then turned the page. Give me just a minute. Went to the crow changers, but they flew close to Helios and would not leave him. She then went to the wolf changers, who roamed the blasted land in packs. Only they greeted her with respect, glad they saw her light. She begged of them her favor, and they readily accepted. She sent them far and wide into the sundered realms to be her eyes and ears, witnesses of destruction and harbingers of healing. Even though the realms of the spirit were now sundered into matter, she taught them the ways to attain passage of these places, and bid her spirits to erect moon paths across landless regions. As they roamed even farther, the wolves howled to report to the moon of their fellow packs. Hearing their voices of surety and valor, spirits clamored to the wolf changers, and saw them as protectors and menders of the world. Alliances they pledged and friendships they forged with wolves, which had not been forgotten to this day. As the howls were heard more frequently, as more and more realms were rejoined, Gaia sat up and at wonder of the sounds. She threw off her blanket of sorrow and moved into the world, seeking the source of the mighty howls. Her coming forth was spring anew, and life bloomed again in her wake of her passing. Clouds appeared, the Helios shone through the earth, drying its dewy tears. Gaia came upon the wolf changers and smiled to see them, and bent down to speak with them into the Alpha's ears. You shall be my protectors henceforth, and defend my creation from ruin. Whenever I rest, you shall roam untiring heralds of my will. And so it was that the wolf changers became Gaia's and Luna's favor amongst all the changing breeds. And the worm, it rampage, wore at its strength, and it slithered into the depth trench. What the fuck is this sentence? Its rampage wore at its strength, and it slithered into a deep trench its jaws had dug into the earth, and curled and slept. But its dreams unfurled nightmares from the mist of unbeing to the clay of matter, creating monsters which rampaged its stead upon the earth. These did the Geru hunt and slay, but they were many. And the dragon slept. The weaver sent her spider incarnate to seek upon him and devise a cage to hold him, so that he might never escape and do his proper work of unbalancing again. But the snake awoke before the weaving was complete, and thrashed about, flinging webs everywhere, strands which wrapped around the spider and worm alike, catching both in a trap. Then did the worm work its way to the sticky pattern and swallowed the spider in a thrashing mouse, like a thrashing mouse, and in doing so, swallowed a piece of the weaver as well. Ever since, the weaver has been mad, sharing the worm's rage and disbalance. But the worm has shared alike in the weaver's power, and tries to make patterns of its own. But its webs will warp and wolf ragged and ill soon, creating only corrupted things. Is there another page? Let me turn the page. No. That's your story.
Story.
Rather unceremonious end to that.
I feel like
Yep.
the werewolves will leave some stuff out in that.
Yeah, it does
Just a
feel
bit.
like a very cursory glance, but then again, it's for a moot, and you don't want to spend your whole moot espousing the entire history. But then again, it also has to be Garrow-sided, doesn't it?
Well, that's what this book should have been too. It's just the ancient history that we've heard so much about, but we've never gotten an objective view of.
Well, we're not going to, not from the Garrow.
No, because they're compulsive liars.
Well, not compulsive
This
liars,
does-
they just want to sound good.
Yeah, this does smell of heavily Garu propaganda to me.
Ryan, you got any ideas? You had an idea and it was gone. He's muted.
I'm not.
And going into this,
Do you want me
they
to
also
read
have
the leeches one, or...?
Wait, am I muted?
No, you're not.
I'm not muted.
is
I was just sad that it ended there.
well, yeah.
Yeah, that was a rather quick ending. Do you want me to go ahead and read the leeches then?
It's like the scene in Stand By Me where it's telling the story about Lardass, and then it go and then what happened? Or I mean, what happened next? That's the end of the story. Dude, that's a
So
shit ending.
it was like
I
it was like this one time at work.
This one time at work, the worms towards claws to the earth. It was awesome, man. You should have been there. You can watch it online, and that's the depth of your story here.
I'll send you the cliff notes.
Yes, I'll pin you in the Discord about when it happened. I'll tag you in it.
It's a lot of what this
Alright.
book is.
Let's see. What do they have to say about the leeches? Now, this could have been how they compromised Cain into the story.
This
But
was
instead-
they don't mention Cain at all. But then again, the Garrow are not known for their diverse knowledge of Christianity. Should I read like the foreword for that, or just talk about the leeches?
Yeah, go ahead, read it forward.
I have assembled a variety of legends here, except for the one about the vampires, which is the oldest. The others are a patchwork I put together myself. No one song speaks of magi, fairies, vampires, and ghosts together. So, in the interest of adding what many of our kind regarded as pressing matters, I worked a jumble of old songs together and strove to give them some semblance of similarity. If the results seem lopsided, sue me. I'm no poet, I'm a diplomat. Woe to you, my curb, who has seen the blood drinkers stride proudly about the night, protected in their electric demences by blood-bound witness and dark gifts. I will tell you who they really are, so that they cannot fool you again. Never give them succor or even pity. Instead, give them over to Sun, so that he might enact his ancient vendetta against them. It was so long ago that no ancestors who witnessed the event can be called, and so we rely on the witness of spirits and lore protected over time. Humans were abundant, and only beginning to show signs of their Weaver allegiance. The Impurgium was yet to come. Yet the Weaver was impatient, waiting for men to come to her ways, for of all Gaia's children, they were most suited to her. But every time she tried to sway them, the Garrow would arrive to draw their kin back into proper accord, teaching through fang and claw. So, the Weaver decided to make her own being, one who would serve her fully, without any Garrow kin to claim it. Unable to fire the spark of life on her own, she stole a human and wove webs about him, making him wholly her own. In doing so, however, she snuffed out his spark, so that his spirit fled. But it could not escape the thickly woven cocoon of webs about it, and was thus trapped to inhabit its own husk. The body soon began to rot, and the being begged the Weaver with syrupy tongue to save it from the stench and dissolution. She could not resist his pleas, and wove into his being immortality. He grew greedy for more power, and used guile to trick it from her. He stole from her with pleas and whines many secrets to the patterns in the world, so that he could unravel some webs or stitch still to others. But the worm saw this and knew it was wrong. Seeking balance, it swallowed the undead man to return it to the cycle of being. He could not digest him, however, for the thing was undying. Sitting in the dark womb of the worm's gut, the undead man grew hungry, but the only thing to eat was the blood flowing in vessels around it. So it bit into the swiftly moving fluid and sucked strongly of its nourishment. One moment while the page is turned. The worm writhed in pain and fear and spat out the blood-sucking meal. The undead man, covered in the worm's blood, was a horror to see. All beings who saw it averted their eyes and groaned in terror. Gaia herself could not look at the thing, so corrupt was its demeanor. Helios looked down upon the blasphemous bloody man and smote him, igniting his flesh in painful flame. The bloody man dug screaming into the earth, climbing down into a tunnel far from the sun's gaze. Only this protected him from Helios' anger, and the dirt about him smothered the flame. Gaia cursed the bloody man then and said, "Although you come once from my loins and have a spark of the wild in you, it has been smothered by the weaver's webs. Because of this, you cannot change or die, except by the power of spirits or other magical beings. What is worse, you will think this tragedy a blessing, and hunger to stay unchanged for all time. But think not that you will remain ever awake, for nothing that is can evade sleep and dream. But your sleeps will be mighty, and last ages, so that when you awaken, all will have changed, but you and your dreams will only be nightmares. Because the wild is weak in you, no children will you bear. Because you had fed from the blood of the great devourer, you must corrupt others to make them your own. Only through death can you mold life. All my children will bear only fear for you. And then Helios's voice thundered down from the heavens. Show not your face to me again, or I will smite it. And should you corrupt others to your purposes, them too shall I smite. The worm was dizzy and weak from blood loss ever afterwards, and grew worse and worse when its internal wound did not heal. Everyone knows that story and what came next. But the bloody man was forgotten, for he had fallen into a deep sleep in the earth. Only in later ages did he arise again to corrupt others, creating generations of awful beings like him. He is still alive today. No one has seen him, but no one has seen his husk or spirit either.
What this is turned into instead, it is a way for you to overwrite and override the lore of vampire to make it concurrent with your werewolf lore.
But then again, this is werewolf propaganda. Therefore, it kind of makes sense they don't know who Kane is.
If you're one of those guys that actually does hate Vampire the Masquerade and you hate everything about Kane and you just want to get rid of the ideas of Gehenna and the Antediluvians and all that shit, you can just push everything G3 and above out of the story and just put this in the lore instead.
Wait, who's Kane?
Kane? Cocaine?
You know, of
Cocaine!
Cain and Abel from the... Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you just say it was cocaine?
Cocaine.
That's what all the Bruja are on.
Cocaine
No,
and
the Bruja
cocaine
are on
from
tampon
the
blood, but we've been over this.
Cocaine's a professional wrestler.
I've got
Kane's
Colin
brother.
one ear, I've got Storyteller the other ear about telling jokes.
That's what we're here for.
It's it. It's the fucking Magi. Well, given it, we got a Mage player in here. Would he like to read the Mage section?
Oh, would I ever. In the days of feast slaying, when the wolves tore out the hearts of men, some humans by the fire kiss learned great arts and brought the stars to earth. Some made great things for their fellow folk, others crawled into darkness and made love unto the worms. In the old days it has been said, 4 siblings spoke, in great voices, one mad, another stone, the third one midnight, and the fourth one sane. 2 walked in a sacred way, one danced amid the flames, and the last ate her own heart. The sacred ones birthed vision children, whose called heads bespoke a greater sight. Some spoke to spirits as we did, some brought the thunder down alone. Some built great lodges of brick and briar, some walked the paths of ghosts. In the fires the mad ones cried, in the darkness the heartless ones conspired. All one blood, they stood alone, and plucked the weaver's threads from warmth. Sometimes we made war upon them, other times we shared our hunts. The sacred ones made halls for our human hearts, and sometimes learned the gifts of skin changing. Turn the page. With their help the humans spread. Soon this was the cause of war, for the sacred ones rose up against the necessity of our hunts. We shed one another's blood, until our elders counseled truce, for the sacred ones are the voice of man. Though they cart the wizard's home, when the Impergium fell, we buried our spite until the nights. That the sacred ones came thirsty to our glens.
And that's your Mage and Werewolf compromise, I suppose.
I guess.
I'm going to try and bring the two together. Given that I had Philip Ricotta working on this too, do you think that was his handiwork?
More than likely.
Probably. It's very flashy, very flowery stuff. It does feel like his work.
Given how the books he's written in the past fit with this. So, yeah, it could be. It probably is Phil behind this. So, is this, with you as versed as you are in Mage lore, does this really work with Mage?
There are some things here that do kind of track the four spirit kids that were born, like the Verbena, splitting off to make the Chakravanti, the Cult of Ecstasy, and whatever other ones that came around. That does kind of track. You could probably see a couple pieces of that Verbena lore we talked about in the Verbena episode, kind of lining up with this one.
That the Verbena could have been members of the Galliard Nation the entire time, but they split off on their own and ended up creating the 9 traditions, that Tenocracy, and then the Fondi as well.
I doubt it. They said that the Verbena were taught by the Wick, and I don't think that those are werewolves. Those kind of sound like the ancient Eldridgian Fae, or possibly the angels themselves.
It could be
Not
Luna
werewolves.
that they were speaking to.
Could have been Luna, yeah, but that sounds more like the Dream Speakers deal.
Yeah, it would.
It's good. It's a whole chicken and egg thing. Which came first, the Dream Speakers or the Verbena?
The Verbena, without a doubt. If anything, the Dream Speakers sprouted off first from the Verbena because they started probably talking to Luna.
Probably.
Yeah,
That's
but
how they
they-
learned the spirit sphere, more than likely.
It's that you have the Dream Speakers, and then you have the Verbena, which are just they're Dream Speakers, but they're wrong about everything.
If
Well,
anything,
yeah.
we could probably say the Verbena came around before the Gauntlet was split, and the whole spirit world and the real world were just one.
Yeah,
Where-
that
that
makes
could be a
sense,
reason why they-
actually.
That could be why the Verbena don't ever invest in the Spirit Sphere, because they just assume that the Gauntlet doesn't exist.
Or they just...
And
Pretty sure.
Well, or they just realize that that part of their magic is just cut off and think, okay, we'll just keep using physical shit to make our spells work, like peeing
we'll
on things.
pray to a tree without the Spirit Sphere and just assume that it hears us.
Yep.
Oh, mighty Oakwood! Tell me, what should I do about this unruly child? Feed him to the wolves. Okay!
You just go in public, you just put your nose to the ground, find the mushroom that's got the little white spots on it, and then you eat it. And that's how we'll cast the spirit magic.
And that's how the Dream Speakers were made.
And
I
then
don't
they
know, the
split
mushroom
off and also
part
became the
sounds
Cult of
like
Ecstasy.
cult of... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that
They-
tracks more, yeah, actually.
And then they died and reincarnated. That's how the Akashic Brotherhood formed.
Yep. They ate the fucking mushroom, they saw God for a couple of minutes, and then decided to become the Akashics.
Is that the only reason why the Verbena are still around in Mage? Because they claim pedigree and they're the original Mage.
That
and
one
everyone's
surprised
fed
me.
them.
Anything, it's because it's hard to get rid of them. The Verbena are pretty sturdy bastards. You
Yeah, because
can't
that's life
really
sphere.
get rid of them. Yeah. The life sphere
Thought we were
will make
talking
you damn
about
near unstoppable.
The Lorax, they speak for the trees.
And
But
unfortunately, the trees are speaking Vietnamese.
the crazy stuff I want to see you guys do with life. How you can do, well, vicissitude, but so much more with the life sphere.
I only had one
Where-
pip in it.
But
You
because
get to Life 5, you don't play Mage, you're playing Prototype
you can
the
just
RPG.
produce more biomass
Yep.
and make more of yourself through the biomass.
I basically just get to give the laws of thermodynamics the middle finger.
Pretty much.
You can just look at a guy and say, hey, you got cut in half, you're missing your legs. You then pull your legs off, put your legs on their body, and then just grow a new pair of legs.
See, I just like the entropy sphere because that way I could just Dr. Manhattan somebody, lick my balls.
Well, that's the forces sphere.
Yeah.
With the, I think the house you want, the Mage tradition you want to play, Kyle, is the Order of Hermes.
Yes.
I get to build more. I get to build shit that just disintegrates somebody on the subatomic level.
Because the Utantis is more like the gambling mage because of entropy and how entropy works mechanically.
Yep. Well, I mean, it
You
just
get
gives you
to-
more dice to roll.
No, you could be the Chakravanti player who does put a couple pips into forces. I mean, there's no reason you have to be the Order of Hermes, even though they're the best tradition.
They did kill House Janissary, though. But they did
Yeah.
have it coming.
They had it coming.
They had it coming.
But we'll get to that when we get to the Order of Hermes episode, won't we?
That might have to be a two-parter. When we get to
I
Order of
imagine that's
Hermes.
going to be a long one. Yeah.
The Order of Hermes in first and second edition are two entirely different groups. So
They're still
Well-
awesome, though.
yeah, we'll have to do a first edition episode and then a second edition episode because a lot changes between the two.
Oh, yeah.
Then we can go over to Changeling, where given that I'm now playing in a Changeling game, by the way, Kyle, we're bringing back Lou for that game.
Oh, yeah, that's my boy. Hell yeah.
And we're using him in that game. So
Hell
going
yeah,
into
I
this,
love the quick hyperactive rabbit. Yeah, that's my man right there.
It's me, the bison rabbit. You try to smack me, man? I'll wipe that face right off your fucking face.
What is he talking about?
The dreaming ones. I had a dream one night, I think, and I woke to see it standing by. All covered over with silver flame, I cringed to see it there when I looked again. It was gone, dancing off across the hills and laughing like a stream. Each night, whole realms are born, to vanish at the pricklings of day. Each day, the trees whisper with new shapes and odd designs, and of the realms, both light and dark, new people take their form and frame. Some are of day terrors born, when frightening musings seek comfort in the night. They advance the darkness call, and try to bind the sun away. Others, hatched by toils of the day, take kinder shapes and bring the sun with them. I am William Shatner. Yes, time to turn the page. As their cousins banish the bad dreams of dayshine, so these banish vagary. First time I've seen Africa by word. Vagaries of night. Once was there war between but day and night, and even Gaia's chosen trembled. Old Luna looked upon these dreams with fear and humor mixed. So inventive were her children, yet neither night nor day could win. So she divided each dream with her hands, making each a mirror of the other. So will it be, she said, so is my gift. And thus the war was stilled, it continues on. Each day and night, but a kinder pace. At times, the army switched their hearts and came and come to an accord, for such is nature's way. The changings just brought themselves into existence.
Yeah, they just decided, you know what? Today sounds like a good day to exist.
And they just, and others here. You don't need an explanation, they're just here.
I'm going to
Here to
exist
stay.
now.
That's it, yeah.
That's great.
And now for the Wraith portion. By the way, Kyle, Storyteller over here is running a Wraith game, and I found out that Wraith the Oblivion is at Chiquino.
Well, yeah, we knew that.
I played it. I played Orpheus with Greed, and then that game was awesome. And then Wraith, I'm looking at Wraith mechanically. I'm thinking, yes, exactly. This is what I want. This is what I want.
So we're gonna be playing Wraith then at some point.
I'm thinking about it. I'm strongly considering Wraith.
All
Yes,
right.
I've seen Patrick Swayze's Ghost, because if you have, then you exactly know how this game is going to work.
Is that the one where he makes clay models with a woman and makes out with her?
He hangs out with Whoopi Goldberg and sings.
Oh
Enrique.
yeah, because she's like a psychic.
Yes. This is why I have.
I thought that was the one where he dumped water on himself.
It's. This is why you don't want Numina. You don't want psychic powers in the World of Darkness.
So no
You have to listen to
Ghostbusters.
that. Ghostbusters. Well, that's Orpheus.
That's
But
true.
Going into this, the Restless Ghost. Those lost souls who found no garden, no bite of blood worm to bind their souls, built places of spirit stuff, ephemera to shelter from the winter cold. For a tempest roars beneath the earth, a suckhole of human terrors and greed. We soar above its whirlpool when we die, but humans are made of weaker things, and fall into this tempest and are torn by the winds of fear. And the Unmaker grows, the tempest swells, and drives the ghost back to the living lands. A corruption of nature's ways. To these our elders spoke amid the trappings of the dead. They ventured to the land beyond the sun. With corpse dust and rattlebones they raised an eerie howl and sought to lay the restless ones at peace. But the restless would have none of this. They built a wall against our cries. No longer could our people cross the paths of death, although the Shredders found a way. And with their walls of stone, the restless built a city, and the Weaver's aid. With the Weaver's aid, its battlements were forged of suffering souls, its gates of whispering shades, and they barred its passage against our kind. Life and death remained apart, and this too is nature's way. From this, I'm taking that the Shadowlands and Wraith the Oblivion exist because the worm isn't doing his job.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can believe that.
He just left. We're just going to leave Oblivion here while I go off to ruin the Weaver's day, and then he just never came home to turn it off.
It's basically the worm's to-do basket.
Yeah,
It is, and
I can see that. Yeah.
it's got this massive email inbox that keeps filling with emails, and all of them are unread, and then spirits and a bunch of ghosts are just avoiding death, and we're waiting for the worm to come back home and get rid of these wraiths already. That's the whole thing.
You didn't fill out your paperwork, Wazowski. I'm always watching Wazowski.
that voice is,
Always watching.
Always watching.
with that kind of makes me think about Wraith the Oblivion's meta plot, because you know Garul, the giant undead Godzilla who comes out of the Tempest and fights Karen.
You mean
I
Charon?
don't know. That reminds me of Monsters Inc.
Or is it Charon?
It Sharon.
Sharon, why aren't you running the ghost names properly? You're gonna do your job.
That makes me think: is Garul a piece of the worm in that case?
If that's the case,
guess
then
so.
wouldn't that make also Karen part of the worm?
I suppose so too.
Unless we go with the idea that the separated shadow from Karen is worm infused and sent forth by the worm to take care of it, so the worm doesn't have to.
And the only reason it happened to begin with is because Karen's plans went horribly off the rails, and he was left with no other option. And that's the whole shtick behind this. All right, chapter Crescent Moon. We got looks like a bunch of lore behind characters in this one-off characters. Where if you're looking for stuff to say during a moot, this is also a thing you get to do, where they say, "Here's the guy, he did the thing." Now we move on to the next character,
Yep.
where they talk about Lada Hakin, or aka Shaking Paws, and his bar mitzvah, or is it bat mitzvah? Is it bar or bat if it's a guy?
It's bar mitzvah for guys. It's bat mitzvah for girls.
So this is his bar mitzvah. You sing the songs, I'll read the Torah portion. we gotta get Sean to do our new plan for the channel, so we're going to convert Ryan to Judaism.
Dude, I'm already a really bad Jew, okay?
Good luck.
We need a fourth guy to grab the chair, though. We're now opening applications for chairlifter.
I
I
mean,
have 6'3".
if you're wearing the yarmulke, then you can just go to a bar mitzvah for a Jewish man, as long as your friend is.
That's our next channel plan, just to infiltrate a bar mitzvah.
I mean, yeah, we probably if you know somebody who's going through a bar mitzvah, and if you get invited, you can go.
You will be our guy on the inside. You have to locate the bar mitzvah.
I gotta find the next person, to be bar mitzvah and introduce you all. We'll all go out, have a nice dinner.
When was the last time you went to temple?
These Gentiles were all right. I think they would make excellent guests at your bar mitzvah, Joshua.
Yeah. Yes, a bunch of middle-aged men talking about werewolves. I'm sure that won't go over badly.
And so we got the whole part with Shaking Paws, where he becomes a man, and then they sing another song, and the song doesn't rhyme, and then we go over to the Golden Tiger and his mistress, where
Is this just a bunch of ballads about werewolves getting laid?
yeah.
Oh hell yeah! We got the fucking. We got the lusty Argonian maiden werewolf.
We got our man here, Golden Tiger, and he's 65 years old. He's a Silent Strider, and he fought the Eaters of the Dead, and he made a pact with the Red Talons, and he said everything is cool between the Silent Striders and the Red Talons, and now we're going to suck his dick, and it'll be the best dick that we've ever sucked. And that's the plot. That's the plot of this.
Bro ate lots of pineapple before the story.
Yes. And it tasted like a bloody sunset margarita.
I have no reference for that, but I'll take your word on it.
Yes. And then we move on to the next part, which is Evil Comes to the Mocking Trees. Where this is written, Phil Borcano definitely wrote this, because it is written as a two-way dialogue that I cannot follow.
Yeah, that does sound like his work.
It's
Then again, I do always appreciate it. I love the storytelling.
Because I can't tell what's going on, we're just going to make this up. We got a guy called Jack Stinkbean, and he planted the beanstalk that rose into the ethereal realm. And he called his man always going south, and he climbed it and fought the giant at the top of it.
Hey, shouted Jack Stinkbean, your birds shat on me. Direct quote from the book, mind you.
This is a more interesting story.
I was
Oh my
confused
God.
when I read that part. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this story?
And the giant was called Fee Knee Knee, and they kicked him in the knee. And-
He leans down and goes,
Yeah.
This sounds like it belongs in a bad Quake mod.
Is it like a really bit compressed Doom voice clip?
Yes, absolutely. It's like a Half-Life mod. He's the Nihilith.
I feel like this chapter. Let's move on to Half Moon.
alright,
Kindness.
moving on.
And what the why did my computer open the emojis for? I don't want to use these. Okay, so we get like records of stuff where we got Mud Wolf's luminous speech. It's his well, I did speech and debate. It's his original oratory, is what we're looking at here.
I
And
mean,
it's
all this is just how he managed to like trick a Bane into entering his body, and then it didn't do anything.
and he said, "Joke's on you. What bounces off me sticks on you."
That's basically
That's
all the
the-
story does. It doesn't say a whole
That's
lot.
the whole. And then he clenched his ass and shat the Bane out into his toilet and flushed it down into the sewer. And from that we call him Mud Wolf because of it.
That's a...
Blood Wolf.
Bro, what the hell's up with the Stargazers? I mean, really.
It took him a long time to think of that name.
And that's
Okay.
why we call him Mud Wolf.
Oh my god.
We will now continue to bring our 12-year-old humor.
Fart.mp3. Jesus Christ.
And now we will sing a song in his honor. The toilet is always smelly when Mud Wolf he come to town. A rumbling in his belly, then even the floor
What
is
the...
brown.
Are you... Is that to the tune of fucking Under the Sea?
See, under the seat, buddy, I'm happy. Down where it's crappy, it can't be beat. More of the werewolves
Really
work like
switched up
ants.
humor.
Me, I'm just gonna shit my pants.
That was way too quick for you to come up with all that.
I'm reading a parody.
God damn it. You left some of the Bane on the seat. You call that an upper decker.
Jesus.
Yes. So now we got Ophelia, beloved by the moon, and she's a Chada guy. With a name like that, you automatically know.
Ophelia is also the name of one of the songs off of D-Wolf's more recent album, Muscle Shoals, which is a phenomenal album, and you should listen to it.
Yes. So we got it's about her getting married is what the story is.
Not just her getting married, it's the story to briefly summarize it was her husband, who is child of Gaia kinfolk, tended to this vast and beautiful garden that stood for generations. And so he wore this really rare seed on a necklace. And once he had passed away, he'd passed the necklace on to her, who continued to fulfill his wishes and tend to his garden and grew it into a great, beautiful orchard that survived for a long time until the worm had come to destroy it. And this garden was known as the Moonglade. The worm had thrown young humans into the glade and poisoned the earth and destroyed it. And Ophelia fought but was no match for them and was driven away. And then later on, she had met a Shadow Lord by the name of, I believe, Devon. I don't remember Devon's last name. But
Devon, Shamon, Ramon.
something like that. So she joins him and says, hey, the worm sent all these young people to destroy my beautiful garden, and it's corrupted an ancient tree there. Nobody else can figure out how to rid the tree of the corruption. Can you help me come and, disperse the worm? So Devon allows her to join his pack. She leads them back to the glade. He and his pack kill all of the Fomori that were there, trampling all the garden, but realize that in doing so, they've only left the garden more destroyed than what it was before. And so, because the place was still ruined, the Fomori just grew back out from the battlefield of the glade that was untended. And so the elders tried to summon spirits to heal the tree at the center of the cairn, but it was too deep-rooted. And so eventually, hang on, let me see how this fucking story
And
goes
then
up.
the story went nowhere.
Yeah.
And
The end.
And so, Jesus Christ, this is actually kind of a long story here.
it's full of a lot of hot air.
Yeah, it kind of is. But basically what they do is they go back to it. Ophelia uses the seed that her late husband had given to her to drive off the corruption and regrow the tree and purify the land and the glade and revived the sept. That's basically that story.
And that's the whole thing. And wow, I'm sure glad that story went somewhere.
It is one of the longer stories in the book, but it is one of the ones I kind of sort of remembered.
It's that we had a garden and then we lost it and then we took it back, and that's the story.
Yeah, basically.
The end.
That's it.
And then they lost it again.
And then we lost it again, and then we got it back again, and then we lost it again, and then it just goes on forever.
Long. That is a very long story. It was like, what, 6 pages long?
It was a
5
pretty
pages.
long story in this book.
And I'm sure glad it was interesting. And then we got, after that, the City of Maggots. That's what's
See,
next.
that title would go like pretty hard. And
Now Hero's saying it's got a vampire connection. And it does.
my fathers! Wash away the stench of death!
do some Fry Screamo on there.
That hangs across the land, and the Walking Dead have conspired with the living slaves to construct a maggot city and to fill it with the terrors of the night. Oh, the worm was here, full flower. With his coils and his lies, he poisoned the earth. Once tall flowers, blackened next stones, rose like anger into the darkness, and the soul was wrapped with rotten carcasses that not even a fly would touch. Is that the walls, flowers flowed, fountains flowed with the stolen blood of babes, and the plants fly with green ichor and purple blossoms. Such was a malaise upon the story that Falcon himself said this land looked like shit. And so we gathered from 4 tribes who came. We had a Strider, we had a Fury, we had a Get, and we had a Silverfang. And we came in and we killed the vampires, and it was awesome, and the story doesn't go anywhere again.
That was a rather stirring retelling, Wrath of the Storm.
Yes. it was rather Storm mixed with Dusty Roads coming out.
Whenever I hear
but-
Dusty Rhodes, I just remember the fucking Tourette's guy bit. Remember that fat wrestler from the 90s called Dusty Rhodes? Man, he was a piece of shit!
He came over and he fought Ric Flair, and it was awesome. Once you read these stories, you know where most of these are going.
Basically,
You know where most of
but
these are going.
again, the Garo are very simple people.
And then
Jesus,
A
this
Mother's
is a long
Lament.
fucking song, actually.
we got what you mean, the City of Maggots?
Yeah, it's really fucking
4
long.
pages.
We got A Mother's Lament, which is about being depressed.
So this is Harano, is what this
Oh
is.
boy.
Yes. See, we it's that whole bit from Scott Pilgrim where the band said, here's our sad song for us. I'm so sad. And then the song ends.
It's just all of
This next song-
Pinkerton.
This next song goes to the guy who keeps shouting us on the balcony. This song is called We Hate You. Please die. It is. Well, now I just want to watch Scott Pilgrim again. Alright, okay, we're going to skip this part so we can go watch Scott Pilgrim, and now we're back. Alright. And so we're off to the full moon story. Now, you think this would be badass, right? It's our runes telling some tales.
This is
time
a
around.
song about how fucking cool we are, yeah.
Where we've got this guy here. His story is called The Fall of the False Prince. And it's this guy, Lord Alexei Yevgenovich of the Zerfangs. And he has two brothers that are called Varya and Constantine. And so, and that's Season Knight, who is a Red Talon, Sergiev, which was a Get, and Varvara, who is a Shadow Lord, I think. They call her Shadow Mistress. And Ilyana, who's a Black Fury. And they are going to a castle and fight a dragon.
I mean, yeah, that's cool and everything, but like, also,
and that's...
fun little historical tidbit about this actually, is that I think sometime in the late Renaissance period, or actually no, earlier in the Renaissance period, when Poland and Sweden were at war with, actually no, that was before then. No, the Poles, when they were trying to expand their empire, did actually create a puppet government of Russia and named the ruler False Dmitri. And when the Russians figured that out and killed him, they installed another puppet emperor and named him False Dmitri II.
And then what do you do after that?
Well, then they actually got Ivan the Terrible. Well, they got Ivan the Great, which became Ivan the Terrible, and then anything else after that, and a couple of more wars, and then eventually they got somewhere with Peter the Great, and then Tsar Alexander, and yeah, it keeps going from there. Russia's a weird fucking history.
It's got a lot of stuff here where you get to learn about a land that sucked forever and it will never be happy.
As Sean would love to hear me say this, to quote Flapper's History of the Russian Revolution, nothing can seem to go right for these poor, downtrodden, miserable bastards.
And the whole part with Alexi's story is that the dragon's called Dmitri, and he's this evil prince, and the two of them kill each other while their pack watches. And he dies, and he's remembered as a martyr, and it's basically foreshadowing as to what's going to happen with Jonas Albrecht and Zizek.
Well, yeah, we went over that in Apocalypse.
Yeah, it's foreshadowing. And then we go into the Eclipse section, which is the secret sixth auspice, where you need to be born during an eclipse, and you get the powers of an Arun with the mind of a Rakabash.
But only if you're a Black Fury, though. Because
the Black Furies are the ones that can tell to have a calendar. Where just line up the conception date with the eclipse, and if the baby's not doing the eclipse, just get the fluids that induce childbirth and have the kid.
I mean, there is also the Lament of the First Rodent.
It's not easy.
Starts to curse be to those who bore me, I vomit. Nice.
I'm the first Ronin and I hate myself, and that's all this poem is.
So carry on.
He wrote a Linkin Park song.
Oh wait,
no, what you're doing is My Chemical Romance.
Well, I was doing My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
But then you went ahead and you started singing. You said Linkin Park, so I sang the Hell Yeah song.
No, wait.
Second one's Nickelback.
Yes. They're playing those songs in the Mexican supermarket I was at.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, like, even though the lyrics are cringe on Nickelback, the production is just phenomenal.
What would you say about Animals?
Animals?
Yeah, what'd you say about Animals, though?
Hang on, which...
We're going to play that song when this episode ends. We're going to see how good of a production that is.
Probably isn't great. Anyhow, Call to Rage?
The Call to Rage. You want to go over Call to Rage?
Oh yeah, it's basically talking about how bad fratricide is and the War of Rage, and that's about it. It's basically that's it. It's the War of Rage was like, hey, we fucked up. This is our lament saying that we fucked up.
But are we actually going to apologize for the war crimes we did? No.
No, we fucking kicked their ass. What are you talking about? We could have fucking killed all of them.
And then we have the Raven's warning, where I assume this is the correct tone of story. He says, "You Geru are full of shit, and your destruction is going to come in your own hands." And that's basically what he says.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. There's a reason I like the Korax. They're my favorite Pharaoh breed.
And then you have a little poem that's told when you're about to give people gifts, when you're about to summon, when you're about to use the route of summoning and start giving people gifts. Beneath the blue sky, I saw ruins. Beneath the blue sky, I was ruined. Glass and stone and metal and wood, and no bird song, only flies. A lost corner, no one visits, no one cares to clean my bones away. Beneath the ruins, I am smothered. Beneath the ruins, my bones are buried. Air and trees, knife and fire, these are the gifts I gave you freely. Now glass glitters where I grew, and your gratitude is the sound of flies.
Why does this sound like it was written by Chris Cornell?
It does, doesn't it?
Beneath the sky, so
I wouldn't be surprised if we got to the end and it referenced Chris Cornell.
That'd be really funny, actually. Just like have a audio slave somewhere in the bottom of the book.
Guys, what's that? Zoom in with a
microscope. Chris Cornell was here.
Chris Cornell.
This is so sad. Alexa, please play Patience.
I will say the Bond theme he did.
Take your depressants.
The Bond theme that Chris Cornell did for Casino Royale was actually really good, though.
And then we go into the next part where it's King Albert's crusade against the Second Generation. Now we got our friend here, King Albert. His name is Joseph. And if you want to know the truth about Bish, where he looked down and he saw there was a bunch of pedophiles in New York and he killed them, Bish.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty damn good. Good job, Jonas. You did good.
That was the Ralph voice.
I'm glad I didn't know that.
This whole story is basically like Jonas Albrecht, the main character of Werewolf, going in and killing the entire pedophile cult of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes, and he found the client list and he posted it.
He got the client list and he went after it himself.
And
that
then
sounds about
Zizek killed him before he could get to Kevin Spacey.
God
And then he
damn
went
it.
to talk to the Striders to take care of business himself.
He killed Roman Polanski, and then Zizek went, all right, he just killed Polanski. I love Rosemary's Baby. I'm going to kill this fucker.
And then Woody Allen was next on the list.
Yeah. It's like, fuck it. Yeah. Zizek was like, The Pianist was a great fucking movie. Jonas Albrecht had no right.
What was that creepy movie that Woody Allen made? It was like Leaving New York or something.
I don't remember. I didn't watch a whole lot of Woody Allen movies.
It was a guy who's the base of the movie is a guy who found out he was a PDF file.
So it's another Lolita story. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's a guy who realizes that's the case and he finds out he's okay with it.
I think you should kill people.
No, you're not.
Yeah, there you go.
Good
At
job.
certain time, if you could just mash that button on the soundboard.
That is great.
Hold on, I have to reload.
What happened to Hannibal?
I gotta compose myself after that.
Oh my god, that was funny. It's like playing Shadow the Hedgehog again.
Oh my.
So, then looking at this, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about anymore.
We were talking about Jonas Albrecht murdering pedos.
The glyphs. We're now in the glyph section. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're in the arts and crafts
we're
section
now in the
of the
glyphs.
video.
We now are in the glyph
Oh,
review,
boy.
everybody.
Something actually interesting.
Here we get to look at the page. I feel like this is the reason why this book was made. Was
Yeah.
just for this.
You should have just had a
it.
poster or something, in all honesty. I would have bought that poster. It would look sick.
This has me wondering, why was this not in the Storyteller's Guide?
Forget that noise. You could have just easily put these into the tribe books of the individual tribes.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have
That's
made a lot.
too easy.
It's too smart.
It made a lot more
It
sense.
made us fight. We went all in on Wraith the Oblivion. We were known for our good financial decisions.
And we're gonna be around forever, and I've been let go.
There it is. Your death comes when Bloodlines 2 gets released. Something
Good
like this.
fucking luck with that.
So we have to wait until page 83 before you finally get anything of use out of this book.
And lo and
We'll take a
behold,
look at this.
here it is.
I have all the pages posted over here in studio notes. And starting with the travel ones, the Black Furies. What are we thinking of this glyph?
You have Omega, and then you have the Lightning Bolt, which means Fury. And then you have the claws right there, which mean wolves.
Now, this is a conflicting thing because in the Black Furies trial book, they say this is a picture of Pegasus from the top down in their book.
I mean, I can see it, but it's clearly the Omega symbol with the lightning bolt, but still, 10 out of 10 symbol.
I do like
it's-
this one.
Because when I first saw this, I thought it was a shield at first when I saw it.
That also makes sense. But I
Where-
feel like this is another instance of like White Wolf books not like or writers at White Wolf not talking to each other.
Yeah. Even though it was Bill Bridges and Ethan Skemp, the leaders of the damn project who wrote this.
I guess they forgot.
Take a look at this.
It's a lot to keep track of.
That either they had the right idea or the other writers didn't have had the right idea and they just didn't look at it, or one of the writers jumped the gun ahead of Bill Bridges and Ethan Skemp, wrote something in that wasn't approved by them.
It was probably a deadline.
These books conflict each other a lot, but either way, I like the Black Fury symbol because you look at that and that's something that you know is from this book. You don't mistake that. Along with that, it's pretty easy to redraw. In all
Yeah, it
honesty.
is.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, what do you think of this? Yes, Ryan,
Ryan, help me!
What?
Ryan, what do you think? Ryan, why do you rate the glyph?
5 out of 10.
Really?
5.
Just 5?
It's
5 out of
it,
10.
it's a really good glyph. 5 out of 10. It is. Shanny, there you are.
Hey, Shanny.
Sorry. 5 out of 7.
You go to the best part.
Yes. Shanny, we're doing the glyph review.
Okay, yeah.
Glyph of class.
All right, we just did the Black Furies episode. Now we go into the Bonars glyph.
Oh, fun. And
Where-
I've
What do we
looked
think of
at
this, Cliff?
them, and the next good, from what it was apparently supposed to look like a bug.
Yeah.
But no, it actually is supposed to be a bone between the wolf's teeth.
Because
Yeah.
it's you look further through the book, and that icon is supposed to stand for teeth or sharp. So
Yep.
it's just teeth around a bone, and
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, that makes
It-
sense.
it's like-
teeth.
Yeah, I see a teeth. I see a teeth. I see bone around a teeth. I mean, teeth around a bone.
like a
I
piece of wood.
see quotes that have been striped through.
We're turning this into a fucking Rorschach.
That's what
Well,
this
I mean,
is.
what-
It's part of the fun of the glyphs.
Yeah.
Even though you get the Gav Finner's glyph and everybody gets it wrong.
Oh, I know what that is. That's a.
All right, we got Ryan's number ratings. Ryan, what are we thinking about our
2 out
what's our
of 10.
number? 2 out of 10. Yeah, two out of 10. Pretty cool.
It's just-
Children.
Looks
Okay,
like a
go
black
on.
splotch.
I will say the boldness could have been turned down
Yeah, it's a
with
bit,
this.
Yeah.
bit overbearing, I'd say.
If you have this book at really low resolution, that's just going to look like a smear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
The
man,
Children
someone
of
smeared
Gaia.
me.
Yes.
It's the most straightforward of the glyphs. It represents the patrons of all Garu, Luna, and Gaia.
Yeah,
It's-
you
it's-
can,
it's
you
the-
can see it
It's
all
the
here.
Gaia symbol combined with the Karen symbol.
Yeah, because you have Karen right
Oh, yeah,
there,
yeah.
and then you have Luna atop it there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the little marks beneath are the wolves.
Yes.
And they're looking at Gaia from the hill of the Cairn.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to explain. You see like a little scene involved in this.
Yes. Very expressive. I like
I
it.
immediately saw C and thought children.
Yep.
C for children.
Something the 7th
I
generation
mean,
are quite
look at
familiar
it and
with.
say that you
Oh,
don't
Jesus.
see a C.
It's so pretty good. Ryan, why don't we rate this one?
I mean,
I like this one. We'll give it a 7.
Yay.
7 out of 10, pretty good.
Good
7
job,
out of
Children of
10.
Gaia.
The Fianna.
All right, I'm
Your
biased,
glyph
but this one's actually pretty neat.
represents a howl or a song rising to Luna.
It's
Yeah.
Yep, because you got
Kyle, I
song
swear
here
to you,
and you
there's
got Luna
something-
here.
there's something missing from this. Because in my mind, I'm seeing a treble clef, but I'm thinking if you just put a line through this, it'll be
Yeah.
complete.
Well, I
And
mean,
we did it for the 3.5 bracket.
We did.
Yeah. But these guys being song keepers.
I could see the glyph for howl, and I could see the symbol at the top as a moon.
I
Like
honestly would
Howler
get a
being-
tattoo of that. I'm not gonna
absolutely
lie.
not.
Is that the
I would
howlers
do
will be a
work for the
it'll be a
Get
tramp
Fenris,
stamp,
but I
right?
don't think that would go work.
It would not. No.
No.
Ryan Rose, what's the rating, Ryan?
7 out of 10.
Yay!
7 out of 10, pretty good.
I did good.
All right. The Gav Fenris, the one that all of you fucking clowns want to get wrong and misrepresent.
Like we've.
Not me.
Yeah, because you see
It's
wolf
supposed to
and
be
then you
a
see
wolf
wolf
over
there.
wolf.
Yes.
Oh god
Yeah,
damn it,
so
Storm!
this is a loop of symbols.
Turn that shit off. Turn that off.
with this, I honestly, when I first read this, I thought it was just a really stylized F for Fenris. It was like C for Children of Gaia, F for Fenris, and that was just
I
what
don't
went
see
through my
the F.
mind.
Yeah,
Well, Kyle, you know that I'm a guy that A-logs white nationalist groups, like the Grippers.
Yes.
I'm a guy that, were like when Nick Fuentes was big, I was keeping track of what that fucking
You
guy
are
was
monitoring the situation.
doing. Yes, and it really does feel like everything was for nothing because this guy's not making a comeback on YouTube, and fucking not like his shit's getting reposted around on X. We've
I
already
haven't
established
seen
this
a
guy's
lot
full
of
of shit. Why is everyone paying attention to him now?
Wasn't he banned from all the social media platforms?
And
For
he had to
being
make
a
his
Nazi,
own
yes.
platform too. He's
I
controlled
never
opposition
thought
too. The
anyone
man is a
took this guy
fed.
That doesn't surprise
I never
me.
thought anyone took him seriously.
Especially after it came out that he was gay for his treasurer. Was James McNeil his treasurer or something else? James McNeil was his something, but either way, he was gay for him and like wanted him in socks and cat ears.
That's
That was his
disgusting.
fantasy for him.
I
But
can't say anything else.
But once again, the proper icon for the Gav Fenris, we are going to come across the lupus symbol, and it's two lupus symbols slapped on top of each other.
Yes.
Is what this
Mhm.
icon is.
Wolf born
This
a
symbol
wolf.
would be the go-to for the red talons, but I guess the Get Fenris kind of got to it first.
Yeah.
Yes, for every one Gav Fenris, it makes up the efforts of two werewolves.
Yes. There's actually a part here in the book where it says, a few younglings have commented on the glyph's similarity to the swastika and wonder if, after centuries of night fear, certain humans didn't subconsciously associate the symbol with domination and strength. Most elders strike the offending philosophers with brutal speed and force for such a suggestion. Sometimes they bother to add that the youngsters might try looking up just what the swastika meant before they start jumping to conclusions.
Because it used to be a religious symbol before it became associated with white nationalism.
it was originally like a Buddhist symbol.
Yeah.
And it still gets used today because you go to China and Japan, you'll see it posted around, and you'll be thrown through a mind loop at first until you begin to realize, oh wait, different culture.
It's still weird how he
Parts of
settled
India.
on that of all things.
My fragile American sensibilities does not allow this to be happen here. Please,
I-
everyone on TikTok, assault and deface this whole temple that's been here for 10,000 years, but it's made with a naughty symbol on it.
You filthy postmodernist.
Yeah.
With the GOF, now I want to see a Chinese branch of the Gav Fenris.
That'd be interesting.
We have Lu
Why not?
Bu, the Gav Fenris.
That'd be kind of cool, actually, now thinking about it.
A Get
It
Fenris
could work.
trained by the Akashic Brotherhood.
Holy shit.
well, that's
that'd be
unstoppable.
sick.
Yes. That's you just described Rao from Fits of North Star.
Omae wa mo shinde
Shindeyo.
iru.
Let's see, we got the Glasswalkers, where they changed their glyph 3 times.
4,
Of course.
actually.
Where it
No,
it
it was
was
three. Because
At first,
the
it
original
wasn't.
one. Sorry.
Well, wait, we did actually get a number rating from Ryan. Ryan, what are we about to get a Finmer's icon?
I
What you think?
don't know.
An IDK out of 10.
Bro,
Yeah,
the
we'll
Get
go
a
with that.
Fenris. This is your clan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He
How
knows
can you
that, but he doesn't know
not
the
have an
number.
opinion? How can you not have an opinion?
Yes. Man, I don't even have an opinion. We gotta have an opinion.
Well, we'll say 4 out of 10.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it is shaped like the number 4.
I
No.
suppose that's fair.
In a way, yeah.
Yep.
The Glasswalkers, where it was an H for human, and then it became the icon for the house, and then it became railroad tracks, and then it became the icon for city, and there was always a little mark at the bottom of it to signify that it was the wolf in the H and the house and the tracks and the city.
It's just whenever
And-
they went through a
and-
new rebranding scheme, they just added another slash.
They make the lines longer and
Yeah.
add a slash.
They would make
And-
the slash
Yeah,
in
they
the
should-
opposite way.
I
Yeah.
mean, you can see where it started and where it's going. That
Yes.
the glyph hasn't changed that much.
And now it signifies we're going off the rails.
Well, yeah, that's
So-
because
so I
Cockroach is
know.
running that business into the goddamn ground.
Yes.
We're gonna have the point aiming to the right, and they're like later on, they're like, no, we're gonna have one to the left as well. We're gonna put it on top of it.
We're going to put it
Like,
on top.
what, if we put one on top, then we're gonna put one on the bottom.
We're going to put it down the middle.
No,
And
sorry,
over the
on top
next
of that one.
I don't see them adding another slash mark to the glyph.
Yep.
I can predict what their 4th one is gonna be.
They'll add a 5th one for when they finally become the virtual adepts. Just
No.
wolves. No. Alright. Ryan, what do we think of this glyph?
The original one, we'll go
Oh.
6 out of 10. The other
Alright.
2, we'll say 3.
And then the finalized version with the Gap Famous where it's 4 lines.
When it's 4 lines, we'll say 2.
2. 2 out of 10, pretty cool.
Now, if they did another vertical line, that changes
That-
everything.
That'll be Kino. The red talons. It is the same exact symbol for rage in their lexicon. It really took the red talons a long time to think of the sign that they were going to use for this one.
It's just
Um,
it's just a scratch.
and that's
Pretty-
it. Yeah.
They're a pretty simple tribe, so a simple glyph for a simple tribe.
And they made
It's-
this
You
one
can
up.
clearly tell
the-
what it isn't what it's supposed to be.
the guy who made the glyph just made it up on the spot because the whole legend behind it was the surfings got in their face during the, I think it was the Concord, and they said, well you don't give up because you don't have a tribe. You don't have a tribe. You don't have a tribe. And then the Red Talon said, you want a tribe? This is what our tribe is called. And he just shoved his claw into the Surfang's chest and ripped it out. And almost killed the Surfang. And he said, you want to know what our tribe is called? Look at my finger. We're going to call it the Red Talons. And that's what the glyph is going to look like. And he just pointed at the bleeding wound on your guy's chest. And when you have the history behind that, that's awesome. But, yeah, it is just a very simple glyph now, isn't it? Alright. Ryan, what do we think of this one?
It's simple. I like simple.
Yeah,
We'll give it a 5 out of 10. Why not?
Very simple. We got Victor posting pictures in the chat of a pooch. We actually got to play that guy in a one shot.
Wait, who?
Kai, we just got done with the Red Talons. We're gonna move on to Shadow Lords.
Yes.
Alright. The Shadow Lords, so for a while I thought this was a big crock of shit. I had no idea what I was looking at with the Shadow Lords. And I had to
Honestly,
read what honestly
Looks
what?
like an explosion.
Looks like an explosion.
Mm.
The Shadow
Claw
Lords. Yeah, you will learn why their leader is called Jihadi John.
Hang
where
on, is his totem clashing boom boom?
it should have been, right?
Yes.
It should be. And with the Shadow Lords, I had to read this book for it. It's supposed to be, you look at the negative space, the white space for it, for what it's going to be, and it's these fingers clutching something is what it's supposed to be. It's a crown, or iron fist, or whatever you want it to be. And it's got this like prickly thorn crown shape it's got going on.
Yeah, it does make
So
sense.
after looking at that, it
I
becomes
don't know.
a little better. Yeah,
It's
Can I
hard
read
to
the end of the
picture that.
paragraph?
Along with just how jagged it is, it's a little wonky to draw because it's deliberately asymmetrical.
Yeah, it is kind of a
Or
pain in
just
the ass.
Can I read
Yes.
the last half of the paragraph?
Let's see, the last half of the paragraph, read it.
The emphatics above this motion most likely originally meant those who seize and hold, but nowadays most werewolf read them as those who own/master the shadows. That's pretty fitting for the Shadow Lords.
Heavy lies the crown. Looking at these guys. Ryan, what do you think of this
I
glyph?
know
What do you rate it?
Before, when I thought it was explosion, 9 out of 10. Now, when it's supposed to be a bunch of negative space, probably 4.
If
Too
Ryan had his way,
complex.
these would be the explosion lords.
The explosion
What?
lords.
Well, that just sounds like a '90s rock band.
Explosion Lords.
They would still be the Shadow Lords. They just deal with explosion of shadows.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
You
in a
would be the
parallel
boom
universe,
operator.
meanwhile, in a parallel
Shadow Lords
universe,
are
the
stealth-
Pyro
pretty
Lords reign
stealthy. They
supreme.
wouldn't. The Shadow Lords are pretty stealthy. They wouldn't really go for
Did somebody say
explosions,
boom?
I don't think.
That's
With
why I
the-
said
they're more
shadow
stealthy than that.
explosions.
It's an invisible and audible
They're
explosion.
here to black out the sun.
Well, yeah, actually, the Society of Needhog, yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
The Silent Striders, which is just the glyph
For
of
road.
travel, but with a Nike checkmark above it because that's the shoes they wear.
Honestly,
Nike swoosh.
I see the Nike check and like the bottom, the main part of the glyph. It looked more like a hieroglyph to me, just they're based out of Egypt.
It is. You have a bunch of BSDs tracking the Silent Strider going, they're Nikes. I'm telling you from the shoe print, they're Nikes. No, it's an Adidas. It's Adidas, and they're arguing with each other about it. It's about buying a really expensive shoe made from child labor is what they stand for as a tribe.
Just give it a big swift and like, I can smell the worm taint on this thing with every step.
Oh, yeah.
Why get a shoe for $50 when you can get it for $90? And that's
I am never paying $90 for a shoe. That's ridiculous.
Their prices are fucking bullshit. I'm on their website as we speak.
See, this is why I wear Adidas shoes, is because they're actually kind of cheap.
You get a pair of
You're not
Asics, they're even
paying.
cheaper.
You're
I
not
just stick
paying
with
for the
Converse.
quality, son. You're paying for that blood money.
For that brand.
Because like I wore dad shoes for the longest time, and I'm like, okay, I need some footwear that will only marginally increase my sex appeal, so I started wearing Adidas.
That's it. And you buy a tracksuit to match it.
I did not, no, but I kind of want to, just as an excuse to play more new metal.
And so, Ryan, what do we think of the glyph? What's the rating? Think about this one.
9 out of 10.
Now,
I really like that one.
Yeah, it's very Kino. And while the other glyphs are long ways, this was long in a horizontal way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. This Silver Fangs. It is.
I see. It's apparently supposed to be a claw of crowns. A bunch of claw marks that look like a crown, and I can see that.
It is 3 Arun symbols in a row.
Yes.
And then you put a little house around it.
Yeah, well, I mean, from looking at the other glyphs, I mean, you have the 2 fangs here, which, are fangs. And then the one full circle is full moon or Arun. 2 of them together means danger, and then 3 of them means destruction or silver, which is why it's fashioned in that way.
It means you're fucking crazy and you're going to drag everybody down to the ground with you.
Only for all the inbred ones, which is most of them.
His parents are brother and sister.
I feel that you're a little biased. I can't help but feel that.
The gene pool's cooked, Shanny. They ain't coming back from this one.
Congratulations. You've realized something we figured out an hour ago.
I was being sarcastic.
So things. Ryan, what's the rating on this one? What's your thing?
7.
7?
6.
6?
6.
It's getting lower. It's getting lower.
5.
At 5.
We'll stop at 5.
Yeah, so we'll start for 5. It's just this is Pawn Stars.
The fact that it's supposed to be a crown kind of
Heavy last crown. It's more of a tiara or laurel than a crown. The Shanny glyph looked more like a crown. This is more like a laurel. This is the Hail Caesar you put on your head. If this
Fair enough.
if they came from Greece, it makes a little bit more sense. Stargazers. It's a star. What do you think this is?
An
What
explosion.
do you think this is?
I can see a star and a compass.
All right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I can see a compass, so yeah.
So then,
Yeah, a stargazer wouldn't
Sunstriders.
use a compass.
with the Sunstriders, you think the Sunstriders should have swapped out this one?
Probably. I mean, if it's going to be a compass, then yeah. But for stargazers, this is all right.
But you got the Stargazers where they have an obsession with the number 4.
They
North,
don't need a compass. They've got the North Star.
they get the Stargazers are all about that feng shui, where the northeast, west, and south, and how they have the 4 gods as their totem. So it's a big number 4 duality. You also notice there's 12 points, so this also could double as a clock, right?
Yeah, that is true.
We renamed the tribe and they call them the Timekeepers. Alright, what's the rating on this one? What do you think?
I like it. I like that it could be either a compass or a star. So we'll give it a 9.
A 9?
Though I am now getting the idea for time-traveling werewolves.
Again,
Travel back in time and actually fix this shit?
well, I mean that's one of the apocalypse scenarios, wasn't it? That was Ragnarok, I think.
Well, no, I had no time
what
travel
was
in
that?
it.
Well, not really time travel.
was no
but
time
like,
travel.
You were traveling back through the memories provided by the
Well, that was Ragnarok. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was Ragnarok.
Yeah, it was more like VR than actual time travel.
Close enough. It's
Yeah,
like Black Ops 3.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that part of that scenario.
And then you go into the tennis symbol, and this is where Ethan Skimp and Brian Campbell and Phil Ricardo all phoned it in and said, "We don't know what the symbol means. We just drew some random bullshit and called it a glyph."
I mean, it makes sense given that the antenna's about secrets.
Yeah.
This is what is. It turns out this is some sort of secret satanic symbol that you don't know about.
You have to get high in order to understand it.
It's the secret Satan symbol that not even the other Satanists know about.
What I fucking hated about this was that explanation. So we remade this for the 3.5 project. We had it be the Cairn symbol with these 2 X stitches over it. With the glyph that we did. Because the antenna were a global force that was stitched together of multiple different races of people. But this just doesn't really look like anything. This is a glyph that I will not be able to draw from memory. Because it's just a bunch of random shit.
Yes.
So, Ryan, why don't we rate the antenna glyph? Let's look at this. Ryan, quit muting the microphone.
I'm coughing.
Yes.
I don't know why,
into the
but
microphone.
Keep
You
smelling
have
cigarette
crisp
smoke.
You have crisp on.
I've been smelling cigarette smoke for like the past 4 hours.
Yeah, because all the cigarettes that you've been smoking.
I actually like this one. We'll give it an 8 out of 10.
And 8 out of 10
cool
because
looking.
it means nothing. It's
It's cool.
it is modern art.
It's got my favorite website in
Does it?
What?
My favorite website, x.com.
it.
The only
It's not my
reason I
favorite
like
website, but it was a
modern
joke.
yeah, the only reason I like modern art nowadays because I found out it was literally just a CIA psyop to defeat communism.
That's all it was.
Really?
Yes, the fat electrician did a video on it. It's really funny.
Well,
So
I'll check it out later then.
Yeah,
everything you see around
the
you, you're
whole
just being
thing
controlled.
about that was that, like, you know, the Soviets would like take some child and just put them in an art school for like their entire life, so all they knew how to do was make art. And so the Americans were like, well, we can't fucking compete with that. Let's just make a new form of art that makes no sense and make it super popular.
That was the plan. That's the
If,
master
if
plan.
there's no rules, then cheat your ass off.
With the Wendigo. It is a moon with a wolf jumping across the moon. It's the wolf that jumped over the moon, is what that glyph is supposed to mean.
I mean, that's kind of cool looking.
There's no way. If it was a cow, I'd understand.
Yeah, but the wolf did it.
But
well,
the thing
the wolf
is,
was
they
chasing
didn't
the cow.
draw the wolf glyph right.
The wolf is moving so fast it forms a lightning bolt. Where
guess.
the Wendigo aren't exactly known for having electric powers unless you get cold and you cover yourself in all this wool clothing to get warm, and then
Well,
you skid across the
Well,
carpet.
actually,
and
now
touch
that I'm
somebody.
thinking about it, if we go back to
Yeah.
like the Black Furies, you see the lightning bolt, and lightning bolt can mean either lightning or fury. So this would be the full moon and then fury going to the right, I guess. So,
With Zero, it's supposed to be a stronger Luna connection with the Wendigo. Well, the Wendigo got shafted when it came to everything. And just the
The
concept of
joke
lore.
went over the moon.
It's this just doesn't. It doesn't look like anything impressive to me. The Wendigo
Yeah.
symbol. But Ryan, what do you think of this?
3.
3.
Great.
Rip.
This is great.
No. Oh, 3. 3.
3.
Pick number 3, my
But,
lord.
but that's also because I'm also I said the joke. The cow. It should have been a cow that went over the moon.
It should have been a cow.
God damn it.
I'm hurting because no one heard that joke, and it was.
I didn't get it. I'm
Well,
sorry to say.
I heard it.
I heard it too.
It is. The
Nobody
Croatan,
got
guess
it
what?
though. It's fine.
The Croatan symbol, it's a turtle. It's pretty simple to see it's a turtle.
Our bro, world
Yeah.
turtle.
Alright. That's all it is. Ryan, why do we rate the turtle?
10.
It looks like a smudge that the turtle is moving super fast.
10. It's 10. Ryan just said it. He says it's a 10.
Yep.
10.
They even give us the
That's
bunyip
10.
and the white howlers, which is kind of neat.
We also got the bunyip symbol, where the bunyip symbol doesn't look like anything.
It doesn't.
It looks like a
And look at this, I see nothing.
It
And
looks
just
like,
like-
a
I didn't know John Cena was in the book.
John Cena.
That's it.
Because
you can't
Johnny
see
sees
him.
because
Oh.
Johnny sees nothing.
That's how she is. You find-
But no, I
I'm
kinda get it.
I'm the smart in
Because
this
you
chat.
see the line right there, which means land, and then you have Rainbow Serpent here. I guess that's as close as we can get.
That's the best it's gonna get.
Yep.
You should go back to a drawing board with this one.
There's a
Yeah.
couple of these that could use that treatment.
Yeah. With this, I guess like it's like a crow of a pig's tail is what I'm seeing in this. Ryan, why don't we rate this? What's the consensus here?
Bunyip
Keep-
4.
4.
4.
It's hard to know when to go symbol. And then the white howlers, it's a pretzel knot.
It's the Fiata symbol on
it's-
steroids with a bunch of extra stuff.
It's more like a garlic knot.
Garlic knot. For the Italian werewolf tribe, right?
I don't know. It just reminds me of either that or a maggot.
A maggot.
Right. That's rough.
You're over here looking like a maggot.
Could also be a bunch of sperm too.
Yes. Well, yeah. It's the sperm going into the egg is what the glyph is.
Well, no, that's the
That's a weird
Queens of the
looking
Stone
egg.
Age logo.
The white howlers. It is abstract. It's supposed to be a howl, but I really ain't seeing it.
Well, no, because
really
the glyph in the middle means howl. You see that later on in the book.
And
And
then
the
you
other
got
two could just be fangs.
Yeah, I
they're
think
just
so.
sperm. They're just sperm.
Yeah,
The
'cause
White
that's-
Howlers were known for their sperm races back when they were alive.
that is not true.
I'm sorry, guys. This is my fault.
All right.
Is it?
Well, Ryan, you can fix it by rating the symbol.
4.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. Because it's just not blowing my mind. And then we have the modern White Howler symbol, aka the Black Spiral Dancer symbol,
Which
which
just looks
is-
like
That's a
worm and then
spiral
a
and
bunch
a
of
mess.
madness.
it is
Exactly.
impossible to draw from memory.
Yep. I feel like that's going to be
This
really
fits-
hard. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying this fits for the Black Spiral Dancers, whereas the Utena's glyph doesn't. Like, you can't really tell what it is, but for this one, you can tell. It's just a bunch of madness and scribbles.
It's you see what looks like a frame of a circle in the glyph, and then the spiral comes
Mhm.
out of that circle and breaks it apart.
Exactly.
Well, the
Sort of
spiral
there.
already technically means the worm, but they just added a bunch of like extra scribbles as the madness brought on by dancing the spiral. Though I would imagine this makes it kind of hard to like write down when you're trying to denote something. Like, say
You're
you
trying
find
to
out,
signal to the other members of your tribe that the Black Spiral Dancers are here, and they grab you and drag you away before you can finish making it.
yeah, exactly. And they're like, so there's worm, but like, what kind of worm?
What kind of worm? Is it the worm? Do we need to go ahead and nuke the area? Do we need to collect Exterminatus?
Whatever Galliard wrote it here did a fucking terrible job. Next thing I know, like another pack of spirals showed up, and they go, "Oh, that's what that was."
Ryan, what do you think of this one?
Uh,
You got an
kind of
idea?
looks like a rose,
A rose,
like a weird flower.
a black rose. The very
Oh,
the
it's
very,
Black Spiral. Never
Yeah.
mind. I'm
that
just
explains it.
yeah. That explains all the yeah. We'll say 5 out of 10.
We got. I'm looking this up too. There are wolves in Italy, and a lot of environmental stuff is being done to help reproduce the wolves in Italy. And ironically enough, the wolf population seemingly exploded during the pandemic.
That's
because-
good.
Well, it's because everyone in Italy was dying because that country got fucked during 2020.
Yes, they did. You know,
So-
the
I don't
dolphins
remember,
actually
um,
the dolphins
that.
actually came back to Venice during that time.
So looking at this, so yeah, if we're going to rewrite the history of the White Howlers, we're going to make the Italian werewolf instead.
Boppity. I'm a corrupted the earth. Mordecai can go fuck herself. Mordecai fanculo esta.
You're doing the Mario twins voice.
Hello, it's me. It's Pamela
Yeah.
Dance.
The Mario twins. Oh, hell yes, these two are the same person. Ask them, do you both want ice cream? They both say yes.
Hey, Luigi, we gotta go kill the mother Gaia.
But Mario,
Yes.
why do we gotta kill the Mordecai?
Because you're a dog, Luigi.
Woof.
But now that Charles Martinet is no longer voicing Mario, should we just bring that voice back for Mario?
Absolutely, 100% yes.
The
Here's your
raspy New
problem.
Yorker.
There's too many toasters.
It's better than Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, anything's
He
better than
actually
Chris
didn't
Pratt.
do a
but it's
terrible job in the movie, I'll admit.
He didn't do a terrible job as Garfield.
I actually prefer Mario
Hey.
over Garfield.
In that last picture, I found the Red Talon's next
It's what?
emblem.
How
It's
did
what?
you?
Their next glyph, yeah. It's on the past one, the last one. It's on the ways.
The
Ways. The changing ways.
Ah.
He's
Hey.
Wait.
he's reading ahead in the book.
Oh, yeah?
am.
A rage frenzy? Yes. That's the one.
Yeah, it's the Red
Oh
Talons.
yeah, I see.
Next one.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how they're going to rebrand.
Yep, that's what they're gonna rebrand to. Sorry, I did skip ahead.
I still love how that, like, we talked.
That would make sense.
I love how we talked about this when we were going over, like, the Red Talon's history, where they literally came up with that during, or when they, like, showed up when they were writing the litany. And they're like, a symbol? Here's our symbol. They just freaking clawed the Silver Fang. And he looked at the wound, and he looked over at the Fianna, who was, keeping the minutes of the meeting, and was like, hey, Fianna, write that down. Okay.
He flipped in the middle finger covered in blood.
Yep.
With the Hamid and Geru glyphs. The Hamid symbol, it is 3 lines.
It's a house.
And almost square. It's an H for Hamid.
Yeah,
Where do you see the H? I'm genuinely curious.
There it is. You turn it sideways and it's an H. Both the H with the thing already down at the bottom.
It's an
top.
N for human.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
The meta symbol is a hashtag.
It's a demented hashtag because they're
Hashtag
demented.
built different incorrectly.
Yeah, it's really.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
And then the lupus
Constructed
symbol.
with the
You put
wrong parameters.
you put the lupus symbol on top of the lupus symbol. You get the Gafimra symbol.
Yep.
Hashtag fucked for life.
Yes.
Yeah, been there, mate. Been there.
And then you get the Ragamush symbol, which is it's the 2 circles that represent the absence of a moon.
Yep.
And then the 3-urge symbol, and the Felnut symbol, and the Galliard symbol, and the Arun symbol, and you know what I'm talking about.
It all looks like a part of a circle.
And the ones in 5th edition do not look better. They have way too much stuff going on with them. It's supposed to be simple. You're supposed to be able to draw these with 1 finger. And just
All right.
scratch, that's it.
5, 6, 4, 7.
All right. Cutting into the ways. This is where we start picking up the pace with this. So you see the Cairn symbol, it's just 2 hills.
Yes.
This is the Rorschach portion. This is the Rorschach portion of the episode.
Yep.
Look at this. See, what do you see in the moot symbol? I'm seeing a campfire.
I am as well.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah.
It's a Dark Souls
The
reference.
claw marks, the claw marks of the Garu.
And you got this. With all the sticks they've laid to set fire to.
Yes.
And the smoke symbols. The litany, it's a turd.
Wasn't there a
shit and it's a waste
symbol
of time.
like? Wasn't there a symbol in like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines or like in Mage the Ascension that looks similar to that?
To that, with
Not that I can recall.
are you thinking about Anthelios, the icon that they do for the red star?
Not maybe. I don't
I
know.
might be what you're thinking about.
It
I
does
think
kind of
that's it.
look like a star though.
It is.
It looks kind of like a candle flame.
Kind of yeah, because you got the star there, and then you've got wisdom down there, and you feel like you kind of put those 2 together.
It's a turd because it's a set of laws that I don't have to follow. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I suppose it's fair.
Yeah.
And why make the rules if you weren't going to follow them?
The rules are made to be broken.
You just want anarchy.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Do I
based,
look
not
like a
gonna
brouhaha to
lie.
you?
Oh my god.
We go into the glyph they did for a circle. It's a square.
Exactly. What?
Yeah. The Guru Nation icon, it's the Moot's icon, but they put a line through it.
Yes, that is
Flame
Moot
Maker.
under Gaia, I suppose, is what that's supposed to be.
One nation under Gaia, indivisible.
Yes. Well,
With
it's
little
quite
T
divisible
and
as
just
we
rice roll.
found.
The Rage symbol, it's just 3 claws. It's the Red Talon's icon.
Yes.
Or the Red Talon's icon is the Rage symbol.
Red Talon's icon, but better.
Yeah, because it's got little lines in it.
Yes.
It's more
The-
detailed.
The Gnosis symbol, I'm not seeing anything in this.
Yeah, I think it's just what it is.
It's a bunch of worm.
It's
Well, no, the worm
it's
is this curly cue.
It's a skin cell and there's a hair coming out of it.
It's just squigglies.
It's
Because
the
it's a
it's the
cereal, I
YouTube
guess?
AI generated advertisement telling me how I can fix my gray hair.
Yeah.
The glory symbol. I'm seeing a shooting star. What's everyone else seeing?
Yeah, that makes
Comet.
sense. And I also see,
I
well,
guess.
it also
I
has,
can't really.
yeah, it has Gaia under there.
Guy over
I see Gaia
It-
and I see like some rage, but I'm wondering if that, like, I think the middle one has some more significance.
Ryan, this is the cow jumping over the moon in this glyph.
Mm. Yeah.
The owner symbol is the Arun symbol, but with stuff around it.
This would make a little
It's-
more sense.
Like the whole house icon with the two parentheses, and the Arun icon is in the house, the two line with the line going through it, and I'm not seeing anything in it. It's and the same thing with the wisdom glyph, where it's got a few lines that kind of look like fire and kind of look like smoke, but I'm not really seeing anything in it either.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
Kinfolk, it's the Hamid symbol in the house. I assume it would be changed to a lupus icon if it was lupus kinfolk. And then the lost cub is two little claws underneath the Karen symbol,
Yeah.
It makes
the Gaia symbol.
crocodile or some kind of lizard
It's-
more than
What-
Shanny,
what
you gotta
you
move your
say?
mic closer to the. You gotta move your mouth closer to the mic.
me.
Yeah, get close to
You're
your
very
microphone.
muted.
Hold on.
Yes.
I was just lying down at the moment.
Yes.
All right, yeah, I
Can't
was
be
saying
lying down the
that,
job.
it looked more like a lizard than a cub.
A
It kind of
lizard.
does, yeah.
Lizard.
Looks like an armadillo.
That sounds like some worm shit right there.
The alpha symbol, which is a fucked up lupus symbol.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That the alpha did not know how to draw a lupus symbol, and he said, "That's not a lupus symbol. That's the alpha symbol," and then they all believed it.
Yep.
Then
Just scared to argue with him because he thought he was going to gut them.
the silver pack, which is not really a thing I've ever seen used in a werewolf game.
They didn't even
It
use
is
the
lot-
symbol for silver on it.
It's that no silver is used on it. It's just the Gaia symbol with two lines under it and a line above it. And that's it, really. The running symbol is the moot symbol with the line through it. There's little squares around it. Where I guess the square with the dot inside of it means the circle in the lance has been broken. Do not touch, do not talk to, do not pass go. Clave, it's a sword. In Purgim, it's a human sign with an X through it.
Yep.
In the War of Rage, it's a slash through a squiggle.
Yep.
The rage symbol through a squiggle.
Very, very fucking, enthralling, as we can see.
And then we got our Umbra symbol, which is two Gaias smashed right against each other. Where you got the orange symbol above and the Ragamush symbol down below. So it's meant to be the opposite. It's an opposite world that you're going into.
Yes.
Or the reverse world. And then you get the spirit enigma. It's in the shape of an eggplant. What is?
This is very much the Rorschach portion of the video where we just like
It's the
point
Rorschach
out what this
portion.
thing-
Yeah,
what
this
is
is-
your favorite dish involving eggplants?
I don't know if I've had a whole lot of eggplant dishes.
Nobody says eggplant's their favorite.
I mean, eggplant parm I've heard is really good, but John
is.
Panette,
Not
I heard
bad.
John Panette, I think, did a phenomenal bit about eggplant, and he says there are two ways to make eggplant: Parmesan that a member of the family taught you how to make, and leave it alone.
Is with the storyteller's got an idea. Or if I have an idea.
I said I had eggplant parmesan before. That's pretty much the only thing I know how to make eggplant out of.
The only other dish is ratatouille, and that's it.
We don't talk about ratatouille. Not since the movie came out.
That move is Kino. I think that is Pixar's best movie. Next symbol was
I'm not
this
an
the right
eggplant
symbol.
person.
It's the well. That's the
Uh,
right option for the right symbol.
It's a middle finger pointed to the clouds, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, you got. They say you gotta shoot for the sky. How are you supposed to go beyond the sky if you believe in the firmament? And that's it, really. The realm symbol, which is very similar to the Umbra symbol, but with some dashes above it.
Yes.
That's what that is. Turn the page. We got the rite of passage symbol. Oh, no, I see the run symbol. Wouldn't the rite of passage symbol be good to put first?
Yeah.
So the Ronin symbol is like a slash through the rite of passage symbol. So it's a Ronin's a werewolf who fucked up the rite of passage.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Let's see. It's the failure symbol.
You're failure!
Failure.
Yep.
See the rite.
Failure.
The rite of binding gets the spirit symbol in the crosshair. The rite of fetish, it's a fucking mess.
It is. Which is weird because fetish has nothing to do with that.
It's got nothing to do with that, no. And
And the
then
fetish
it is
makes no sense.
You put the worm glyph in the fetish glyph and then put a circle around it.
And then some smaller scratches.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Celestine is it's a spirit symbol with a star.
Sorry, shouldn't the fetish symbol look more like a weapon?
Yeah, you figured it would, but I guess not.
I don't know. I can't come up with anything better.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of how this whole section went. They're just trying to get to the end of the book so they can collect a paycheck.
Basically,
I
think I'm seeing it here. What's going on? Because like Celestine, you have star meaning celestial, and then this cross, which means spirit. Because over here you have spirit jaggling, as in a jaggling or gaffling. You can kind of see it there, and then the line through there denoting that it is indeed a jaggling or a gaffling. Then the Incarna, you have the spiritual energy coming off of it, which shows it's the spiritual Incarna. And then, of course, you have the totem, which you have the Luna symbol, the Gaia symbol, and then the Incarna symbol beneath it. So
yes.
An Incarna of a Gaian spirit under Luna, that is totem.
And then with the deep umbra, you put some depth lines in it. The dark umbra, you really thicken the lines, put a stank line through it because it stanks being there. The middle umbra, you make it look like a sandwich, and in the moon bridge, you put a circle around the umbra sign.
Yep. And then you have the abyss, which is just fucking creepy because you have like the cross symbol, thicker symbol of the dark umbra. It is the abyss.
It's the hole under the realms. It feels like you fell between the realms. Now we're here.
Yep.
You're not supposed to be here in the abyss.
Yes.
It's the negative space.
The ethereal realm, where it's the Umbra symbol, and you put two bear claws, one above, one below. Where you got these crazy little lines going off it, because that's the rune symbol at the top, the Ragmash symbol at the bottom, so the usual Umbra symbol. But you fill it with the little Gnosis Radiance lines, showing that this is the super Umbra that you're going into with the ethereal realm. You get to go to heaven.
And then you
the Arcadian Gateway, you put a nappy hair over the Cairn symbol, the Umbra symbol.
Yep. And the Atrocity Realm, it looks like burning, and then you have the worm symbol there, and then that's not I think that's just the realm symbol with the worm, and then a fire coming
stank
off
on
of
it.
Yep.
At Battleground, you take the Fury symbol, you slash it over the Umbra symbol.
Yep.
Cyber Realm, you put the Umbra
Weaver
symbol on it, but you put some Weaver on it.
Yep.
Erebus, you make the one slash of the Umbra sign smaller, and
we have the Alrune on one side, and then that one slash, which I don't remember what that denotates.
This is going to be the Punishment Realm, where you just go into this realm to suffer.
Yep.
Flux, you just got a bunch of bullshit. It's 2 X's, nappy pubic hair between two parentheses.
Yeah, Johnny's Rorschach is a lot more imprecise compared to just looking at it.
Yeah,
that is one way to look at it.
It's a pube. Is what we're looking at.
Yes.
So whatever you say, man.
Somebody pulled out one of their pubic hairs and dropped it onto the book, and they printed it on. And then the legendary realm, you got another realm between the realms, and there's a power going through the realm, and that makes it legendary.
Yes, that makes sense.
And the Pangea, you got the upper half, which would be the human realm, the material plane, and you got all these different lines come off of it, makes it look primal, so therefore it is the primal realm. The Scar, you turn the Umbra symbol sideways, and you put a worm symbol in the middle of it. Summer Country, you put the Chodai symbol on it, and you just put a line through the sea for children. It is.
Well, that's the full moon there, is what that is.
It is the perfect hippie realm where everybody smokes weed and has flowers in their hair and says, "Hey boy, you want to score?" And you didn't really know what time it was, so you decided you were going to stay a while.
What?
And you're getting really out of your mind. A policeman came and said, "Can we all get in line?" You said we're going to stay for tea and have some fun. He said his friends all dropped by.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's the lyrics to Misty Mountain Hop.
Oh, wait, how the fuck did I?
I was waiting for you to catch on.
Yeah, sorry, Misty Mountain Hop is not my favorite Led Zeppelin song.
What do you mean it's not your favorite Led Zeppelin song?
Ramble On is.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories of my dad is that we were doing something around the house, and he just had his playlist going, and Misty Mountain Hop was on it. And he was saying, "This is one of those songs you want to get stuck in your head." And my mom looked at him and said, "You want this song in your head?" And so he paused the song. He turned to look at her, and he started giving her a verse for verse breakdown of Misty Mountain Hop. It was
I knew it was a song, but I don't listen to Led Zeppelin like that. Or at
Give
all,
her a whole
really.
breakdown of the song.
What's weird is that I actually have Zeppelin 4 on vinyl, but that isn't even my favorite song in the album. And no, it's not
that
Stairway
album
to
is
Heaven.
epic.
It is a
epic.
great album, though. I will say.
You want to just end the episode and we start a music review instead?
You know what? I would be fine with that because I love Led Zeppelin.
Yes. All right, we got the Wolf Home, where you just take the Umbra symbol and you put a wolf in the middle of it, and then Malpheus, you put the worm, in the middle of the Umbra sign again.
The Gaian symbol you should have put earlier in the book before you went over all the realms, because that makes the realm
context.
symbol make a lot more sense. Because you see Gaia there, and then the reverse of Gaia on the other side, which makes up the realm symbol.
You got the Luna symbol as a circle. You got the Helios symbol, it's a star but big. You got the star symbol, it's a Helios symbol but small. You got the animal beast, and you fucked up the lupus glyph again. We have an entire symbol for horse.
Oh yeah, so the single
Prey
thing is just a
animal.
claw. So hang on one sec here. Yeah,
Yes,
so why
claw.
is Cerberus like the full moon on one side and then just a single claw on the other?
Because it stick a claw inside of you.
It doesn't
got it
make
on
any
there.
sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think I do think that the Bone Gnawers messed up the bone sigil in their thing.
It's snapped at the end. But was there a werehorse once upon a time?
Well, I mean, there was Pegasus, so that makes sense.
Yes. There would never be a prey changing breed. That would never happen. Well, if we
Really?
did have a werehorse,
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, that would kind of defeat the purpose.
maybe once upon a time there were horses that ate people.
I mean, horses do bite people.
You don't ever recover from a horse bite.
No, they bite hard, man.
Once a horse bites you, it's all over.
It's that,
Plus,
and
it stays with you mentally.
Yeah.
and I know a guy that got kicked in the leg when he was a kid, and he had to get like a titanium rod put in his leg, and it fucked up his life forever.
Yes. I found it. I found the picture I was looking for.
What?
Yeah. In this picture.
Oh yeah, that. Oh my god. I remember seeing that in like a to be continued compilation. That horse just looks so angry though. Look, it's like his eyes just dark.
Yeah, some dumbass just put out his arm for me to bite.
There is nothing but malice in the eyes of that horse.
The vein in his muzzle.
Horses can be terrifying. I don't know if I read it somewhere or I heard someone say it. If horses could eat meat and had sharp teeth, they be the most terrifying creatures on the
They
planet.
really would. Horses are kind of fucking scary.
I've seen a few videos of the horses that just get bored and hungry and just look down at a chick and just eat the chick.
That would not surprise me.
Well, keep in mind we have the hippopotamus, which means river horse.
Hippopotamuses
We
are
know how
entirely
mean
different breed
those guys
entirely.
are.
I would
yeah.
like
Doesn't
to
even
ask
compare.
the werewolf fandom to now make the werehorse a book, and I will spend money on it.
Johnny, no, you don't know what kind of Pandora's box you're opening here.
The werehorse.
So was Mr. Hands like a Fomori?
The werehorse, you mean the warehouse.
Is someone just joined this call? We got call bomb to our howler.
Hello, Howler. We're in the middle of a video currently.
As
Did I miss the game Sunday?
no, we didn't have one.
Okay, good. Oh shit, I was so scared.
It was just me web exploring.
Oh, good. We are currently looking over sigils.
Egypt is next Sunday.
Got it.
Yeah, we're looking at the pictures right now.
Yes, we're having a Garo picture book.
There it is. You want to look at the fish
Some
symbol?
make more
It's just
sense than others.
it's the claw symbol, but you put a fin at the end.
Be me, fish.
Yes. Was there a werefish once upon a time too? Just a generic werefish.
Yeah, it's called the Rakea.
Goldfish.
Actually, there were freshwater fish.
What?
Wait, the rakia are fish.
Yeah.
Sharks.
Yes, if we had a were angler or a were piranha.
Were piranha just sound like the sea version of the were rats.
I feel like
There
that's
were
like
lots
a
of-
B movie.
Yeah.
Guys,
There were lots of wares that went extinct. We only know there was the were eagles, there were falcons, there were otters, and the were freshwater fish.
No, of course it could be the Fiona were just getting punked the entire time, and those were puka.
More than likely,
That's
yeah.
also the option. Well, the Shadow
Yeah,
Lord said that there
sounds-
were falcons, and I like to imagine they specifically killed those ones to get a falcon.
Well, fuck Falcon
yeah,
in
that's
particular if he
pretty on
deserves it.
brand. That's on brand.
Yup.
Looking at that. So we got the dragon icon from McCoy. If you want to go full Gojira, there's your icon.
Yeah.
Yes, we got.
Dragon.
Somebody quick play Flying Whales by Gojira.
Well,
I don't have
Yeah,
that one.
I like it's the whole
I
like
don't know that
Gojira
song.
back kind of icon. I think the McCoy symbol's pretty good.
It does look cool.
You got the Raven's correct symbol. It's a bird flying. Simple enough.
Yep.
Let's see. We got 8 legs for an Anasi symbol.
It looks like the giant spider tank boss from Star Fox.
It looks like
Oh.
hair.
You're looking at the glyphs?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're looking at the glyphs.
5th edition glyphs are shit.
They
Well,
are
actually, I'm going to be honest. I kind of like the Silver Fang one.
the Surfangs. Because they
It-
barely changed anything about it.
Well, barely. They just made it look more like a crown.
A little bit
I
more.
have no idea what the Shadow Lord's one is. It's just very confusing.
Double
So
roll.
we discussed that earlier in the video. Evidently, it's the white space that you're supposed to look into.
And they're clutching something. With the shark, you got the travel icon, but with the little fin coming out the top of it. Funny.
Where shark do 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 where shark do
God damn it, Shanny!
See, we have the rat icon, which is just the letter B for rat.
No, it's their body. Their body bends and shit and all that.
It's their squishy little rat body.
It looks like a peanut. It
I'm
also
gonna-
looks like a peanut.
I'm gonna get the
peanut.
rat and Halo Reach and throw him off the planet.
Well, get the rat in Half-Life Alex and stretch it.
Oh yeah, there is a rat in Half-Life Alex. Anyway,
Or
I don't
rat
have
physics.
VR, so I haven't played it.
Rat
Snake
physics.
Naga, which that makes sense because you have 2 fangs
It's
and you're a
this
snake.
little S for snake.
Bastet doesn't
With-
make a whole lot of sense. Why do they have 3 dots?
Well, no, it looks like a cat paw
It's a
to
little,
me.
Yeah, it makes
I
sense.
can see the cat paw.
a little bit. It's cat paw inside of it. It's a
'Cause you have-
holy trinity.
Claw, and then
All these
pads, I guess.
all these cat people in this server, and you can't recognize a cat paw print.
It's a
That's
cat.
fair. I love the video of like the chick that's like, I want to cack your girlfriend. What are you gonna do when that bitch starts hissing at you? And then the guy just brings up the bottle of water and starts squirting the foe.
The coyote. It is the lupus symbol, but they fucked it up. Again.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
coyotes are lesser lupus, so I think it's fair.
Yep.
They are.
Yeah.
See, the burr symbol, I got no idea what I'm looking at.
So you have Gaia up
Kinda looks
there.
like
You
a
have one claw there.
Body.
I'm not sure what
it's
that
like
X is supposed
like
to
an
be.
eyeball is what I'm looking at.
I guess so. It
I
doesn't
can
make
see
a whole
I can see a body. Like the two claw marks at the bottom looks like legs that are crossed together. And the one mark in the middle looks like the torso.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We gotta what?
I gotta pop off. As much as I would like to continue on with werewolf picture time, my doggadoo has to go to the bathroom. So
All right.
I'll see you guys next time.
Good night,
well,
Story.
thank you,
Bye-bye.
Story. Well,
See ya.
Bye-bye.
we got
Take
the
care.
emergency
Have a good
call
one.
out. Just gotta clean up some shit. We got
Kitsune doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
a Z for Kitsune.
Yes. Good job, Kitsune.
Yeah,
you
That
fooled
was,
us.
that was very confusing.
It is the Z for the Kitsune. And I look at what like the Japanese character is for Fox supposed to be.
I don't know. I guess they tried to
Well,
do that.
I don't know what the katakana is for Fox.
It is.
Or
It looks nothing
hiragana.
like it.
Yep. It's as to be expected.
It is nothing like it, and even the katakana doesn't look like it.
Yep.
okay.
Gronder,
The fucking pigs.
you've got
It's
a heart right here, I
it's-
guess, and then a claw, and then two shorter claws.
it's the pig sticking out, coming out of the
It looks
ground.
like it looks like a militant carrot. I'm seeing a militant carrot.
If it had a were-mole, this would fit.
Yeah, I guess
Oh
so.
yeah.
There's the apis symbol. Well, this one's easy to remember.
Yep, because you have
This- this one-
horn,
this-
you have horn, you have full moon there.
The were bulls, and you mess with the bull, you get the snot.
Yeah.
The saying goes.
Cow, moon, bull, apis. Oh, moon bull. Moon bull. I
The
thought it was moon,
bull.
comma, bull.
The Minotaur with the
Asterion.
bats. And in the bat symbol, you get a little heart, and you got two bat wings come out of it.
Even though the bat's,
You-
even though the bat's technically a wormish creature.
He is coming to suck your blood, and that's the whole stick behind the bats.
Yep.
And then we got the icon for wilderness, where you got a guy icon with some little lines supposed to be trees. I'm taking
Yeah,
it.
I guess.
And you got the forest icon. It's a penis.
It was
That's
It
what it
looks like it looked like that you're looking up at someone's nose, looking up. and
That's
into
the
someone's
balls, and that's
nose.
the shaft right
But then
there.
I spit it out. Now somebody's walking around with a bloody penis.
Yeah.
I'm going with mine because it's a bit more wholesome.
Was that the mouse voice?
Yeah, my name's Betsy. How you doing? They didn't understand the difference between lemons and lemon juice.
See, you got
Oh
the
my
mountain
God.
symbol. It's also a penis. You got the
I love
wasteland-
doing
you got-
Bitsy so much. It's so much fun to do.
you got the desert symbol. There was a sun strider icon, but you got some smoke come out of it because it's
That's
hot
not
there.
smoke. That's fire because the glyph is there.
Some heat.
It also
Love it.
means wasteland.
Yeah, this is the fire icon.
Yep.
You got the air symbol, which is a line. You got the earth symbol, which is a line. You got the water symbol.
Again, more symbols
is
that
aligned.
should have been organized better in the book, which would have provided a lot of much needed context earlier in the book.
You got the metal symbol, which is also a line. The
Well,
dark
this is
symbol.
neutral as opposed to danger, which like the three silver lines there.
The
And
dark
honestly,
symbol,
Earth and Gaia are just
The
the
same
same
thing.
glyph.
the same.
They should have put like a Earth/Gaia would have made sense, but I guess not.
Yeah.
You got the dark symbol, which is supposed to be a star behind something. It's obscured.
Above Gaia, I believe.
Stone icon, which is the stone, the
Below
mountain
Gaia.
symbol, but it's beneath the line. The tree symbol,
It's a tree.
it's just still the thing. The snow icon, which is you put a little TP on top of a hill. That's all it is. And then the rain symbol, it's little raindrops, lightning, and then the storm, and you see how these all blend together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flood, you overwhelmed that earth icon with this little squiggle. The winter icon, that doesn't really look like winter to me because you flip the snow icon upside down. Spring, you put a line through the tree symbol. Summer, you put a bunch of star lines around the earth. Autumn, now the tree is like got the little teardrop come out of it.
Yep.
And then
I gotta say, summer kind of looks like the Skyrim symbol.
a little, yeah. I
The
can't argue
storm
with that.
symbol
Yeah.
looks cool. It looks really cool. The storm
does.
symbol.
And then you got the north, south, east, and west, which is just I drew a circle and I have a line coming out of it. And
It's
that's what it is.
explanatory.
They got a lot of totems here. Because you notice they have like the Incarna symbol on all of
Yeah,
these.
that consistent line. Yeah.
Yes.
But you got Pegasus, who's rising out of the earth with her hooves out and the wings are spread, and it's cool. I can see,
Yeah.
and it's right next, and the unicorns on the other side was the same thing, but with the horn.
Yes.
It's like, you got rats, squishy rat body come out of the earth.
It's squiggly.
If you had the option to squeeze rat, would you do it?
Honestly,
no.
No.
Rats are actually, well, their bite is hard, but rats are actually kind of cute.
Yes.
Cute rat.
Oh yeah, pet rats. Yeah, just not a rat off the street.
I don't know. Whenever I think of rats now, I just think of the Section 8 copy pasta.
Yeah.
I live in a low-income housing environment that goes by the government name of Section 8.
With the stag, you see stag has come out of the earth.
Yep.
Cool
With
beans.
the horns. Fenrir, which is just the sign of
The big
Fenris.
F for Fenrir.
Yep. The F.
Cockroach.
Fuck you. We're
The big
Fenrir.
F for fuck you. Yes.
Yeah. We got cockroach. His little roach legs come out the earth.
Oh yeah.
Looking like the big piece of shit that he is.
Yeah. He is a piece of shit.
See, Griffin, but it's the Pegasus symbol, but he's got a beak this time.
Yep. Just so you know, that's the one.
Griffin
Got
Griffin
Grandfather
looks more
Thunder,
like a
which
vulture.
kind of does
Grandfather
actually.
Thunder, which is the Storm icon, but the thing.
Yeah, it has the spirit, has the Incarna slash on it. Owl,
And then-
which is kind of simple. Falcon.
Pretty simple. Why is Mr. Owl come out of the ground? We
Chimera
got
looks kind of
Falcon.
cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
What, Falcon? Or
No,
Chimera?
Chimera.
He's coming out of the ground. He's this big mess of things. He's 4 animals all mishmashed into one body.
I like it because it kind of pulls into the Incarna symbol, which I think is kind of neat.
And you got a little bit of wild squiggle behind him, too.
Yeah, he does. That's kind of
The
cool.
wild pretzel.
And then Acteno, which looks kind of similar. Wendigo also looks cool.
With some icy claws, some icicles drip out of his body.
I still
Alright,
think
let's go.
Nuclear Wendigo would be an incredible name for a stoner rock band.
It's with the zodiac symbols, I don't want to go over the fucking zodiac symbols. Just flash them on the screen. Let's just keep
Yep.
going.
All those.
You guys
all
are on a
those.
screen? What are you watching?
We're on
Is
the
this-
screen.
Oh, Western Howler, if you would like to follow along in the studio notes up
Little
a bit,
ways
there's
up,
a
we got
whole
the
list
pictures.
of all the different symbols.
It's past
Yep.
Theodora dresses Roxas from Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, so Silver Fangs, you have some specific ones. You Lodge of the Moon, Lodge
One of
of
the things
Sun.
I really like
What-
with Silver Fangs, they give a lot more attention to the camps/houses. It kind of reminds me of Japanese symbols for their provinces, just like how
The little
attention
torii
they
gate?
give.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got a moon in the Moon Lodge. You got a sun in the Sun Lodge.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, the reds, I like them.
You got
Silver
Yeah.
Fang houses.
House Austere
Yeah,
Hell, which
same.
has the marijuana smoke dripping off of it.
Are you saying they're potheads?
Yes. You
That
have to
doesn't
be if you're one of
make-
them.
Where the fuck you getting weed from that?
And it's always the
That's-
time to smoke weed.
Wow,
Hey,
you
why are
know-
the Superwreck? Why are the Superwreck
Hi.
here? They're disowned by the Silver Fangs.
You
the
know how Johnny's brain works by now. You of all
Yes.
people should know.
Fucking miss
Look,
it.
I've known the guy for 10 years. There's still some things that elude me.
You got House Blood Red Crest, and it's some blood dripping off a wound. House Crescent Moon, you got a C for Crescent Moon. You got an eyeball for Gleaming Eye. You got a hearth for Hearth.
Unbreakable
Wise
Heart
Heart,
is my
that's-
favorite house.
Well, the Wise
Yep.
Heart, that's not a heart for Wise Heart.
No, hearth.
Yeah,
No,
Well,
no, I'm
no,
looking at
it's
the heart right next
Unbreakable
to it.
Hearth
Wise
and there's
Heart.
Wise Heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Unbreakable Hearth is my personal favorite Silverfane house.
I love how they have a percent symbol. That's kind of neat.
And then you got House Worm Foe. We got the worm symbol, and you're slashing
And you
across it
rage
with the
through
rage
it.
symbol.
And then you
the
have
Siberia-
the Sabrek, who are considered not Silverfangs, so I'm not
Yes.
sure why they're here.
We got the
No,
biracial house.
Yep.
That's Red Talon
No,
slashing
they're-
through the worm.
Yeah.
They're their own tribe. They're not part of the nation, as far
Jonas
as I know. They're
Albrecht is
like
going to
the-
marry and inseminate a red talon, and that will be the hero of the worm. Against the worm.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That'd be terrifying in all honesty.
Yes, the red talon met us with some royal blood.
Listen
in them.
here, no one, Silverfangs may be shitty leaders, but they do have powerful gifts, so we really do not need a Red Talon hybrid of the Silverfangs.
We'll give red
I
talon all
think
the
it'd be
power.
We
terrifying.
absolutely do. I
The-
kind of want to make one now.
The worm. We have the worm symbol.
yeah.
Now notice that this spiral is going in a counterclockwise motion. If it's the bounce worm and you flip it around, it's going clockwise,
Yes.
which is good. But it's going the wrong direction because everybody that does stuff something with his left hand is evil, and so it's going in the left direction, and therefore it's bad.
Yep.
That explains
Actually,
it.
quick back, technically there is already a Red Talon. They're called the Ice Pack, and they're the Silverfangs. They're an all Lupus pack.
Oh, interesting.
It's true. You got the defiler worm right beneath it, which is supposed to be the bounce worm spiral, but it's going downwards because the defiler worm is a phony and a fraud of the bounce worm.
Yes.
And then the beast of war, where you give a little scorpion tail, and then the eater of souls, which is you take the moon symbol and you have a little spiral around it.
Yes.
Because
Ouroboros.
he's gonna shoot for the moon and eat all the shit. He's one with the Zamichi. And then the apocalypse symbol, you take what I assume used to be the moon symbol, and you
Yep.
just slap a spiral in it and just knock all the pieces out of place.
Yep. Fomor, which you have human and then the
Fomor.
spiral in it.
Actually, I don't like the fact they use just human. Fomori can be animals, and they can be Guru, technically.
It'd be a mess as well.
And
Technically, yeah.
menace. So, I think that's actually a misleading symbol right there.
With the Banes, you got the
Looks like a hand. I always looked at it like a hand.
It kind of
Yeah,
does,
you got
actually.
It does look like a
the-
hand now that you
the-
mention it.
power coming off of him.
Yep. Urgeworm is interesting because it has kind of an incarna symbol, and then like the outwards.
It begins to spiral.
Yes.
It spirals out of control.
Monsters also looks like a hand as well.
It's a strap hand.
Just monster.
The monster's the left hand and the Bane is the right hand.
Yes.
A vampire, which is a spiral that has lost all control,
Yes.
and an
Abomination.
abomination, which is even more out of control.
They should have put some type of Guru symbol in there, since Abomination is specifically a Guru that is turned.
Yes. The hive, where you fuck up the Karen symbol with the spiral. Radiation, you got a little stank line coming through the Earth
Radiation.
symbol. Toxic waste, it's a big X, and the factory symbol, it's a house with some junk coming out of the top.
Real quick
Weaver.
question. Real quick
The
question.
Weaver.
What's the
Yes.
difference between a hive and a pit?
A hive. A hive. I think a hive is stronger than a pit.
I think a hive is specifically a Karen for black spiral dancers. Meanwhile, a pit is any source of pollution that can attract banes in order to create for more.
It's one of the two.
That
I know
makes
it's like
sense.
it's
Thank
like easy enough to look up on the the BSD wiki.
A
But
hive has a
That-
lot more spiritual connection to it
yes,
than
and I can't be fucked to look up the real thing.
a pit
Well,
is
I'll
more
just
something
look it up
that,
later.
yeah, a pit is more something that generates for more.
Leave it in the comments down below.
Yes.
The Weaver, it's a net.
Yeah.
Nothing but net.
Although I will say it kind of also looked like butterfly wings.
When the Weaver finally breaks out of her spider shell and
Well,
shows her true form.
insects in general. But yeah. The city is also the glasswalker symbol.
Which
It
is
is,
the little
it's kinda
wolf inside
funny.
it. Yep.
Yeah, except for just having that little swirl inside.
You get the park. We've already seen some of these symbols before.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
The
Building.
gun symbol is a smoking barrel.
Road. I like the road, but the road kind of looks like What was the Silent Striders symbol?
Yeah,
There was
with a little
that, but there was
the little
basically
Nike
just
check
like
of it.
it was a wolf over the road. That was the main thing of their symbol.
Was there once upon a time a Weaver connection with the Silent Striders?
Maybe.
That's what I know.
They're traveling a lot. That's all.
Well, we
Yeah.
did the lore episode, and the episode is no. But
seen that gun?
In my personal opinion, yes. In my fan fiction, that's what I call it.
if we rewrite all this,
Yeah.
It's interesting that gun has its own symbol.
it's a smoking barrel
Yep.
with the.
And Scar is just a derogatory term for city, right? Which
Yes.
makes sense why the Scar symbol is the city with a bunch of scribbles all over it.
The wild symbol, which is impossible to draw from memory.
Yeah,
Good
because
point.
it's wild.
You gotta follow that line, and the
Are you-
line twists and folds over itself 5 different times.
Life is,
I mean, you could just scrabble it, and it would still match.
Yeah.
I don't know
Not
what life
necessarily
is,
drawing it from memory.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry, go ahead.
death looks like a speedometer on a car.
A
Kinda does,
speedometer.
Yeah.
Don't text and drive.
Or you die.
Yeah.
There's the connection.
The
There you
nation
go.
knew what they were talking about years before that actually became an issue.
My lifestyle determine my death style. My lifestyle.
The birth symbol. Well, I guess we don't honor Hamed births in this nation.
Well, obviously not. No, there's a quadrillion of those, and you don't know if you can until they change.
The war symbol is the same as the Beast of War symbol.
Yep.
The peace symbol is child of guy hippy dippy shit, and then the sacrifices you put a little.
Yep. You have spirit, and then water, and then Gaia under that.
And the soul goes up to his spirit, and it gets sucked up by the spirit. They have a symbol for sex.
Oh yeah, they do.
Which
It's
doesn't look like anything,
Well,
to be
it's
honest.
interesting because you have the wolf symbol here, and then you have Gaia, and then you have spirit. So it's a realm in a sense.
It's you get to be teleported to the sex
Yes.
realm. And all the children of Gaia would like to understand how you get to that realm.
It's the love shack.
Yeah. You unlock the level of spirit and you get to go step sideways into a love shack.
Yes.
Speaking of love, we don't have a single heart in this. You got.
Yep, you have the
It's like
full
a-
moon. You have I don't know what that / is, and then you have.
You
that.
ever played
That
a ball and cup game as a kid? That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Dance. Trying to see something in the dance. I'm seeing 2 feet, and there's a squiggle next to it.
Yep. Well, that has
Tweet the tail.
that has song or not song, but it has like story, and then I think those are supposed to connotate jump because you have jump here, but
It's
you
the
don't
story
have like
symbol.
the full glyph for jump, which is weird.
It's the jump symbol, and the howl symbol has the story symbol, and the story symbol is in the dance symbol, and then the jump symbol is in the hide symbol, which is in the safety symbol, which is in the danger symbol. And the danger symbol has a little squiggle beneath it, and the travel symbol is the exact same symbol as the road symbol, and the
Yep.
quest symbol as the road symbol and the travel symbol, but it's mixed up.
Yeah. We're kind of reaching here for like more shit to talk about.
As we have also a crate symbol, which has the story symbol in it, and
Yep.
then the repair symbol, and the belt to the other symbol. You're sending me as the little message here. There a few pages before.
Travel symbol is also the silver. Silent Striders.
It
Yep.
looks a little weavery to me.
Yeah, it does, but you know,
We have
It
a
is-
create
it is.
symbol, but not a destroy symbol.
It's death.
Destroy symbol.
uh,
The death symbol. Regeneration, which is a little equal sign inside of a circle. Defiance, which is you fucked up the story symbol. Suffering, which is the worm symbol. Therapy, which is the thing that you never get in the story.
yep. So you have like spirit,
Unless
Hamid,
you're a
and then
glasswalker,
lupus
because they-
there.
Glasswalkers are fucking hilarious because they let their elders go into retirement.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then interesting
ta-
here, you have Gaia and then you have crescent moon, and then full moon for time, past, present, and future.
and
So
the
I guess
cycle
to
of-
tell the difference, like for past you would put crescent Gaia, and then for present you would put, I guess, new moon and then Gaia, and then future you would put full moon Gaia.
And then after that is the modifiers, where the only one that we have to go over, Kyle, is the pregnancy symbol, which you need to paint over Instaroad's stomach.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like
my.
she would avoid that just
I
to.
already knew that.
I feel like she would avoid
she's
that just to like make sure she doesn't get hit.
Oh my god, it turns out Enzarode is ticklish.
That's the
That
whole
would be
weakness there.
so incredibly funny. I didn't even consider that.
We're going to have this big, scary werewolf, and then the thing that defeats me is while caving with a feather.
Yeah, that would be embarrassing for an Arun.
That'd be really funny.
He looks here and says, "We're going to make you piss yourself."
You know what I think is funny?
What's that?
The symbol for coward and weakling.
Hang
It
on.
is.
Let me see.
You turn
Oh,
the
yeah,
rage
that
symbol
is
sideways.
rage sideways. That's kind of weird.
It's also the red talon sideways.
It is.
Wait, where are you seeing that one?
Mm-hmm.
Coward symbol. It's the 3 lines. It's all modifiers.
Yeah, it's the next section down.
It's after Brand's guard.
And the rival symbol I do like.
I tend to go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's
It's
all
I
good.
can see myself using the rival symbol in something.
I,
And then we got one more page to cover. We got and none of these look like anything to me. I feel like we're reaching.
Now I understand the Silver Fang glyph. Sharp Fang.
yes.
And just
Sharp-
changing it to...
Yeah, and
Sharp
silver.
fang. Or it's the hunger symbol.
Yep.
And their whole shtick is that they're power hungry. And then there's a whole thing in here for appendix of other breeds. But I feel like we already went over the squiggle lines in the Bastet episode. And the Bastet glyphs don't look like a damn thing. And this feels like you just took a pencil and made some lines with it. And then the correct symbols are worth going over, though.
Yep.
Oh, let me scroll.
Yeah, it's the very last image where kind of like the little lines where
Yeah, I see.
that looks like code.
Yeah, it does.
You could use for something.
Safe path, weaver spirits, danger, worm spirits, food. It does look like something that a crow would draw.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's it, really. And then you have this whole like appendix section that I feel is not full, doesn't have any information that is worth sharing. But it's all mechanics by that point. It's just here's some rights. If you want to do some really strong rights, here's a few rights for you mechanically in the book. And then you pasted black text on a black background that I can't read, and then the book ends.
Yep.
The copy I have is kind of smudged for the last couple of pages.
Yes. And that's it, really.
Yep. The Garo like art.
So did this book need to be printed?
I
I
would say yeah.
No.
honestly
say
think it should have been sold as a poster.
This should have been in the book of this should have been Storyteller's Guide.
It should have been, yes.
Yeah.
It should have been.
Also,
It
I
should have
feel
been.
like a lot of the glyphs were kind of improperly ordered because there was a lot of like going back and forth, like, oh, this symbol was here, which meant this instead of
Usually
this.
I like it when the White Wolf books hyperlink each other, but you're doing a lot of back and forth with pages in the glyph part.
Yeah, it was a little
Hey.
tough to read.
It all just went through me. It's just all lines and circles and things.
See,
You're going to see those when you go to sleep tonight. You're going to see those lines and circles in your head.
See,
It's
I
all-
am an
it's all a
artistic
bunch of
individual
jumbled
who can
nonsense.
spot out the slight nuances in
what the fuck is it called? Calligraphy? Yeah,
Yeah,
Garo
you guys are all like,
calligraphy,
yeah,
yes.
that's Gaia. Oh, that's the worm. And I'm like, oh, circles.
And it looks like a crappy
Lines.
shit.
Sir,
Like I
quarter
said, some
circles.
make more sense than others,
Yes,
and some are pretty redundant.
yes.
I feel like the glass walkers would make just like Gaian symbols for combos and fucking Tekken.
Well, yes and no, but the Glassworker one serves two purposes. One, it does look like a skyscraper, but
Yes.
it also looks like train tracks, which
Indeed.
Iron
It's
Riders.
the Iron Riders, yeah. I was thinking
I
that when I
feel
was
like I
first
got-
reading the book. I'm like, oh, hey, it's like, you could see this is a house, warders of man, wolf in the house with man. And it's
I
like,
feel like I gotta see that Alvin and Chipmunk's picture again.
God damn it. All right, I'll put the fucking... Oh, wait, no, that's the picture of the horse biting somebody. Never mind.
Here we go. Where'd it go?
I'll put the Alvin and the Chipmunks picture back up.
Yeah, that's-
No,
Or maybe I should put the
right
picture of
here.
Mr. Frog dumping nuclear waste into the river.
but it's
Mr.
right here.
Flog.
You don't need another one.
No, the picture of Mr. Frog dumping waste into the river is how we're going to end this.
Mr. Flog. Yeah, this man is literally a stand-in for Donald Trump.
He is.
Wait, are you
I would
Are you
love...
recording?
Yes, we
Are you
are.
recording
Yeah.
this?
We are
Oh.
still
Yeah,
recording.
yeah,
Yeah.
we are.
You,
Yeah.
Welcome to
you
the
know that.
episode.
you've been
All right.
Schmeckledorf this entire time.
I thought this was just a hangout. People were going over symbols.
You've been praying. We're in a called recording booth.
Yep.
I didn't even know that.
I remember when
Uh,
like they first did... Sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
We should end the video on the horse picture.
The horse.
I'm ending on Mr. Frog just because I like the picture of him
What?
dumping
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
nuclear
yeah.
waste into the water.
there was an old lady who swallowed a horse. She died, of course.
Horse, of course.
Indeed. Of course.
I
There was
think
an old lady who swallowed a Spanish fly.
Yeah, and then Eddie Van Halen made a song about that where he just kind of tapped a lot. It was still a cool song, though.
All right, that's it. We're out of content. We got nothing else to talk about.
Bye.
But it was a fun episode.
All right,
Yep.
there we are. All right, thank you for coming out. Thank you, Storyteller. Thank you, Shanny, and thank you, Howler, for jumping in like a WWE.
Thank you
Yeah,
for thank you for playing Werewolf Pictogram with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
All right.
Good
All
night,
right.
everyone.
Everyone.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Good night and drink water.